Intruder detected. Establishing communication. Access granted. Accessing confidential data. Let's go. Your message has been transmitted successfully.
One more test awaits Smithson Valley before the start of district play. It comes north of Austin as the Rangers take on the Round Rock Dragons, the first meeting between these two programs in nearly 40 years. Welcome to Dragon Stadium on the Rangers Network. Brant Freeman alongside Tony Brubaker. And Tony, the Rangers made their way north on I-35 last week, came out victorious in a 60-20 win over Austin Anderson, hoping for more of the same here tonight.
Yeah, you don't expect a team from Smithson Valley to be up in Austin twice, but here we are, and House Park was the location last week. Now we face a team that probably is a lot more formidable on paper, and the Round Rock Dragons with a big win over Clemens in week one, and then a tough loss against Temple last week. But this is a team and a program that has had some success recently and right now has a couple of college-level athletes on the field, and we expect a lot out of them tonight.
You look at the Dragons offensively, they're averaging 33 points a game through their first two games of the year. And in terms of leader on this football team, it seems cliche to focus on the quarterback here, Tony, but I think in the case of Round Rock, Mark Reed is their leader. In fact, 577 total yards already leads the team. As you look at the other side of the football in terms of Round Rock, Lynch is a load.
And I even saw something today that said he was 282, so maybe he's even bigger than they list him on the roster. A couple of sacks, 7 tackles early on in the first two games, but what everybody that I read had talked about him is just he's dominant. He just takes up people on your offensive line so that even if he isn't making the play, somebody else can because you've had to focus on him.
Rangers, of course, won handily in their season opener last week in House Park against the Trojans of Austin Anderson by a final of 60-20. And it was a big day, Tony, for a lot of Rangers, but specifically I want to focus on the game for Trevon Merrick-Woodard, a kickoff return, punt return, and a touchdown catch as well. He was something to see last week.
He was, and the funnest part about it, even though it was a 60-20 game and 53-14 at halftime, he still was the show. And you're talking about 3 or 4 plays, but the kickoff return, and I told you when I saw the replay, it was a spectacular kickoff return live. Watching the replay, even more spectacular, and that's what's amazing about the young man. The punt return, in 2 moves, he made 2 guys fall down basically at the start of the punt return and then ran it up the field. And then the reception, you know, we talked about it on the air. Here he is split out wide. He doesn't play offense, so guess what he's going to do? He's going to run down the field and they're going to throw it to him. And an impressive show. Even in a big blowout kind of score, he still was a dominant young man on the field.
I think we can say with confidence that Trevon will be a Division I player one day in the near future. We do know that quarterback Josh Adkins is a Division I football player, is verbally committed to playing New Mexico State. Tony, last week in the win over the Trojans, Josh completed all of 8 passes for 202 yards, 4 touchdowns, a lot of big plays in the passing game.
And everything was crisp too. Everything was on time, and so many different receivers were able to catch a ball that it was kind of fun the way he shared it.
Kickoff coming up. This is Smithson Valley football on the Rangers Network.
Welcome to the Rangers Network. 24-hour-a-day access to news, game replays, original shows, live game night radio coverage, and more on rangersnetwork.com. Watch every home and away game the day after, complete in the way only the Rangers Network can bring it to you. Never miss an episode of Inside Rangers Football. Listen to all the games live on your smartphone with our exclusive live scoring screen. Rangers Network is your media hub for everything Rangers. Be a part of Rangers Network.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by Security Bank, Ferris Orthodontics, GVTC, Wick Productions, HEB, Rangers Network, Chicken Express, Pizza Hut, Red McCombs Ford, and Smoky Moe's.
On a beautiful night for football here in Round Rock, welcome to Dragon Stadium on the Rangers Network. It is Smithson Valley against Round Rock, the final non-district test for the Rangers as they prepare for the 27-6A portion of their schedule next week. Brant Freeman with Tony Brubaker and Austin Milam on this Friday just north of our state capital. Round Rock, the home team with the maroon jerseys, kicking off to Smithson Valley. The Dragons won the toss, elected to defer to the second half. The Rangers and Dragons going to battle for the first time tonight since 1977. Here's Dockery to kick off. This game is underway. Short kick, and Woodard from the 10 took one back of the house last week for 95 yards. He will not do that this time as Woodard is gobbled up with a 25. Dragons say they strip the ball, but the officials blow the play. Then the Rangers start 75 yards short of their own end zone.
Interesting play in the fact that Woodard was looking for a seam to try to get through, but they had collapsed pretty quickly. Everyone knows who he is already. Game 2 or week 3 of the season. He's not going to surprise many people this year.
Here comes quarterback Josh Adkins making career start. Number 27 tonight, 17-9 in his Ranger career. Threw for 202 yards last week and 4 scores out of the shotgun, but 2 wide on first down. From the 25, handoff. And a flag flies in. Ball carry, Jaden Deaton gang tackled at around the 30. They'll mark it down to the 28s. And I believe we have a penalty against Smithson Valley for illegal formation.
Just looking on the first play what James Lynch looks like, the big right end, at least he is on this set. Made some people move, but they ran away from him, so we'll again have to keep an eye on him. Allegedly the best player on the field for their defense.
And it is a penalty against Smithson Valley. Illegal procedure makes it 1st and 15 from the 20, just underway. 20 seconds in, first possession either team.
Woodard's on offense.
4 wide here for the Rangers out of the pistol. Atkins. Snap back to Atkins. It's a screen for Woodard. Slips 1 tackle and then finally brought down to the original line of scrimmage at the 25. It's going to make it 2nd and 10. On the tackle there was Michael Bell, the junior for the Dragons.
Again, we don't know how many plays he'll run on offense, but obviously Larry Hill's got that in his mind on the second offensive snap. He was out at a wide out and they threw to him.
Smithson Valley won the first quarter last week over Anderson 27-7. 2nd and 10 for the 25. Pistol set here for Atkins with 3 receivers. Snap back, looks to the flat pass caught by Deaton. A nice head and shoulder fake, but dragged down after a 2-yard gain towards the Ranger bench. But we'll give him 3 yards there, 3rd down and 7.
Again, their secondary, that one Brandon Pfluger, they're very able to make tackles. In fact, 3 of them are their 3 leading tacklers on this defensive unit. It's always a concern when your secondary makes more tackles than your linebackers and linemen, but that's their case.
3rd and 7 from the Ranger 28-yard line. Atkins out of the pistol, 4 wide after a play fake, steps up, heaving it deep. That pass is incomplete, overshot Josh Dillon, who did beat the coverage from Sidney Bunch, and the Rangers' first possession ends in a 3-and-out.
Dillon was running inside the numbers. That pass came outside the numbers, and that was the difference between a possible touchdown and a completion. And Lynch lined up on the left side that time, was held as he brushed the passer, but never got there.
Here's Michael Hilson to punt. Last week against the Trojans, averaged about 33.5 yards per punt. One returner back deep for the Dragons. Good rush, not a very good punt. Hangs in the air. Punting against the wind. It'll be stopped short of midfield, picked up by Wesley Cornelius, and the Dragons start at the Ranger 49-yard line.
Cameron Livingston for Smithson Valley was the protection guy of the punter, and Mr. Lynch, James Lynch, blew him up, and he was the pressure on the punter that time.
Just a 21-yard punt. We are nearly 2 minutes into the game, no score. And now the Dragons out on offense led by senior quarterback Mark Reed. Out of the pistol, 4 receivers. Throws the pass complete across midfield, 40-35, tackle from behind inside the 30. Near the Ranger bench is Jason Uwazi. First down, Round Rock.
Zuber's the one who caught him by the ankles that time, and that was a great tackle because he was gone if not for that one.
Round Rock nearing the Ranger red zone. 10 minutes to go. First quarter, no score. Reed, 332 yards passing the first 2 games of the season. 2 touchdowns and no picks. 3 wide here on first down. It is an inside handoff. Right up the gut goes Marquise Brown, the sophomore tailback, for a 9-yard gain. 2nd and 1.
Some nice trap action there with a pulling guard leaving a hole open, and that's where the defense went into, and then the other side where the block was made was where he had a move just left of the center.
We brought up Smithson Valley's first quarter offense last week. The Dragons only 1 touchdown in their first 2 games this season in the opening quarter. Flags are running at offsides and a free shot down the field, incomplete for Uwazi. But this offsides against the Rangers will give the Dragons a first down.
It's hard to tell, but if there was contact, and I believe there was, flags came out pretty quick. That should have been a no play.
Should have been whistled dead. But nevertheless, that's now 2 penalties against Smithson Valley in the early going, 1 on offense and 1 on defense. A trips formation here to the wide side of the field for Reed. 1 receiver to the short side. Screen, and again Uwazi the catch inside the 5. And he's tackled down to the 3-yard line. That's 9 yards there. 2nd and short coming up, and Jason Uwazi very much a part of the Dragon offense early on.
And Smithson Valley just not getting enough bodies out there to match up with all 3 receivers on the screen, and they're just getting blocked, and he's getting 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 yards every time he catches it.
Uwazi comes out of the formation here. We do see Lynch lined up at tight end. And that's on this formation here for Round Rock. 2 men in the backfield, either side of Reed. 2nd and 1 from the 3. Low snap, handoff, running left. Not much room there. Gang tackled was the ball carrier, Charles Shockley. And he stopped short of the first down. In fact, lost the yard back to the 4. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 2.
Zane Nutzi was the man who hit him first and brought him down with a lot of help, but Nutzi is the one who plugged the hole and stopped that run.
Tyler Monke at wide receiver, the lone receiver here for Round Rock. 3rd down and 2. Handoff, running left, looking for an alley. He's got it. Touchdown, Naeem Barnett. And the Dragons go 49 yards on their opening possession to take a 6-0 lead.
Smithson Valley had some confusion on the defensive line on that play, and Alex Flores never really got down at his right end position, and they went left on the offensive set, which was against the right defense, and Smithson Valley just wasn't really ready for that one.
His 3rd rushing touchdown of the season. Barnett had 2 last week in the loss to Temple. On for the PAT, Alexander Dockery, 7 of 8 so far this season, to give the Dragons a 7-0 lead. Kick is up. It is good. And with 8:07 to go in the opening quarter, it is Round Rock 7, Smithson Valley nothing. This is Smithson Valley football on the Rangers Network.
What gives? Oh, check it out. He's buffering.
That's super annoying. He really ought to sign up for GVTC's internet service with SpeedSync. Up to 100 megabits download speed and up to 100 megabits upload speed too.
That's fast. Finally, he'll stop buffering at the worst times.
Call GVTC today for SpeedSync internet service and say bye-bye to buffering. GVTC, just plain smart.
When he's done loading, this is gonna be hilarious.
Oh, by the way, Mom, I volunteered us to host the Band Booster fundraiser meeting. When? Tonight, and we'll need to have something to eat, too. No! Sure, honey. How many are coming? I don't know, like 5?
Thank you for calling Smoky Mo's. This is Katie. Yes, ma'am. We can feed 3 to 8 with our family pack.
Actually, it's more like 20 are coming.
Yes, ma'am. We can feed 20 with our group pack.
Actually, make that 50. The Silver Spurs dance team is coming too.
Absolutely, we can feed 50 with our group pack.
Boy, it doesn't get any better than this.
Ain't that the truth? I'm glad we got a chance to do this with you being so busy with football.
Yeah, and you don't have any free time working on all those people's smiles.
Hey, what do y'all think y'all are doing? You got kids to coach and we have smiles to make.
Back out at Dragon Stadium on the Rangers network, 8:07 to go. Opening quarter, 7-zip, Round Rock in front. The Dragons march 49 yards in 5 plays. 2 minutes, 12 seconds, Naeem Barnett on 3rd and 2, a 4-yard touchdown run. And Tony, eerily similar start from last week.
Same situation last week at House Park. Anderson scored first, made it 7-0, and that's when Woodard made his first of his 3 magical moves.
Spangenberg to kick off this time towards the sideline. Wanted no part of Woodard on the return there, and the Rangers start at their own 25-yard line, down 7-zip.
Not real sure, but I think one of the Round Rock players wanted to get down far enough to talk to Woodard, and I think he popped a couple of comments to him as he was walking off the field.
Boy, and again, Tony, Trevon Merrick Woodard, a special player. We saw it a year ago, and even a game into this season, you can tell just how talented that kid is.
No doubt about it.
So here's the Rangers offense, 3 and out on this opening possession. Starting again from the 25. Atkins out of the pistol, 2 receivers. Handoff up the middle, Deaton met by a wall of maroon, white, and navy. Tackled after a 2-yard gain to the 27, 2nd and 8.
Groach at the tight end popped James Lynch that time and kind of made him readjust his helmet. Lynch still got in on the backside of the tackle, but they're not afraid of him. They're going straight at him, or they're not worried about how they're going to block him because they have blocked him well.
2nd and 8 from the 27. Pistol again here for Atkins, 2 wide. Off a play fake, here's the rush. Hit as he throws, pass is intercepted at the 40. And down to the 34-yard line, Brian Bolger, the senior, had a pick 6 last week against Temple, and comes up with the 2nd interception of the year.
And James Lynch was the reason. He's the one that put pressure on Josh Atkins and actually popped him pretty good after he let go of the ball.
Boy, and again, Round Rock starts an offense inside of Ranger territory now at the Smithson Valley 33. The first interception of the year thrown by Atkins. 15th of his career. Here's Mark Reed, the quarterback for the Dragons, 4 receivers and first down. 7:26 to go, opening quarter, 7-zip, Round Rock. Running right, Yowazi evades a tackler, and then Arnold is there to bring him down as he approached the Rangers sideline at the 32. That's good for a yard. 2nd and 9.
Better job on first down than either of the first 2 opportunities for the defense there to see the receiver sweep. And it's really a challenge because, again, this is a team we don't know a lot about, but we know they have skilled positions that are fast.
We saw the Rangers defensively buckle down last week after Anderson scored at his opening drive. Play fake on 2nd down and 9. Pass towards the Rangers sideline is caught. And up to about the 25, maybe the 24-yard line. Good catch, shot in space by Malik Pena. That's good for about 7, maybe 8 yards. 3rd down and 1 to go.
Statistically, we think the first catch for Pena on the season, so they're using some different players in different venues here.
Approaching the halfway point of the first quarter, Round Rock in front, 7-zip, and looking for more. 3rd and a yard at the Ranger 23. 2 receivers either side of Reed. Keeps it himself, and he is tackled right at the 24-yard line, short of the first down. Zane Nutzi, the senior, came in to make the play, and decision time now for Coach Cheatham.
A good read by Reed. A good read by Reed, but that time the defense stepped up and made a play. Now they set up a big 4th down situation.
Here we go, 4th and a yard at the Ranger 24-yard line. Out of the shotgun read, a jumbo package, a quarterback keeper. He's got the first down. Running behind his left guard, in on the tackle there for the Rangers, Chandler Beam. Also into the play, Taylor Nix, as the Dragons keep their drive alive.
And it's the second time we've seen James Lynch line up at tight end, and they've gone behind his side both times.
7-zip Round Rock, 5:28 to go first quarter at the Ranger 21. Reed off a play fake towards the end zone. Pass is caught. A gorgeous throw by Reed. Tyler Monke, the catch. 13-0 Round Rock.
Just a quick three-step drop and a throw up in the air. The receiver goes after it, and the defensive back on that time, Mason Pierce, just couldn't get there. You know, challenged at 5'9", the receiver taller. That was the difference.
So Round Rock again cashes in off a short field. So they've gone 49 and 33 yards. That's 82 yards for just 13 points so far. Or should I say just 82 yards for 13 points. PAT for Dockery. Kick is up. It is good. And it is a 14-0 Round Rock lead. With 5:20 to go in the opening quarter. This is Smithson Valley football on the Rangers Network.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by Security Bank, Ferris Orthodontics, GVTC, Wick Productions, HEB, Rangers Network, Chicken Express, Pizza Hut, Red McCombs Ford, and Smoky Moe's.
I brought you here tonight to reveal our secret weapon defense. It's a real game changer. When our men are tired and hungry and don't want to go home and cook, but they're starving for great food at a great price, we're gonna call the Delicious Double Wing.
You can't lose when your family calls the Delicious Double Wing and you stop by Chicken Express for our legendary chicken tenders and Chicken East sweet tea.
This is awesome. Who came up with this plan?
Back at Dragon Stadium on the Rangers Network, 14-0 Round Rock, the hosts. 5:20 to go, opening quarter after a 5-play, 33-yard drive. 2 minutes, 6 seconds for the Dragons. It was Mark Reed hooking up with Tyler Monke on the touchdown. And Smithson Valley down a couple of scores here. A little more than halfway through the opening quarter. They've got some work to do. Line drive kick towards the sideline. Will get out of bounds. So Smithson Valley will have good position coming up on his third possession. And Tony, want to see something out of this Ranger offense now.
Well, and that's the third time that they've kicked. The first one was high that Woodard caught, but coverage was good. The second one all the way through the end zone. This one goes out of bounds. They really don't want to kick him the ball, and it's never been more obvious than that one, and Smithson Valley's going to ask him to kick it again.
Dare them, right, to kick the ball to Woodard.
Saw that last week work against Austin Anderson. Yeah. Instead of having the ball at the 35, they wanted Smithson Valley to kick again, and they got it somewhere in the 20s.
And how about that stiff arm, by the way, that Woodard delivered on the return, huh?
That was amazing.
You're going to be hearing his name on Saturdays in a couple of years, that's for sure. So we'll try this again, and this time they're going to take Spangenberg to the bench and bring Dockery back out to kick off. Woodard awaits along with Dillon behind the 10. Remember, Dillon had a near kickoff return for a score in the opening game of the year that ultimately was canceled against Hendrickson.
You have to wonder if they'll keep it in the play of the field this time.
Dockery kicks off from the 35 this time. The senior place kicker. Here's the kick and over and in the field of play, but this time to Dillon from the 9 out to the 20. Trying to stop at his tracks and cut back inside and is gobbled up out around the 22. That's as far as he'll get. And the Rangers, again, a lot of field in front of them, down 14-0. 5:13 to go in the first.
Something's got to change right now. On that kickoff return, there were so many missed blocks. It wasn't even a question if Josh Dillon would get far up the field because 2 or 3 guys just didn't hit anybody.
First and 10 for the 22 for Atkins with 3 wide. 2 men in the backfield. Atkins to throw. Pass towards the sideline is caught. That is Martinez on the catch. Had a couple of those last week at the win over the Trojans. This one is good for 9 yards. 2nd and 1.
Good timing on that one. Martinez was open as Josh took the snap, turned, looked, and threw. Good job.
2nd and a yard. Rangers looking for the first down of the game. Trailing 14-zip. 7 minutes gone by. 2 receivers for Atkins on 2nd and short. A lot of Dragons in the box defensively. Long handoff. Deaton running up the right side of the offensive line. He's got the first down. Into the tackle, Lynch for the Dragons up to the 34-yard line. Move the chains.
And again, I'm watching James Lynch a lot. What I see out there is a young man who's just very physical. He just moves people around. That time, he really wasn't as much of the tackler as he just pushed offensive linemen to cut the lane for the running back. He just pushed them into the way. He's very strong.
First out from the 34, 3 wide for Atkins, 1 to the short side of the field. Bart to the snap, surveys the defense, fires a pass caught by Dillon, who breaks a tackle. And it takes 2 Dragons to bring him down outside the numbers at the 40-yard line. They're going to mark him back at the 39. That's good for 5. 2nd and 5 coming up.
Good spin move by Josh as he caught the ball and went to the outside as he had pursuit coming after him, and that enabled him to go from about a 2-yard gain to a 5-yard gain. Josh seeming more comfortable right now. The offensive line, a little better protection, so let's hope they can get in that good kind of rhythm that they need.
2nd and 5. Atkins hands off to Deaton. He is pushed back. There's Lynch again. Well, he's been everywhere. That's a loss of 1.5 yards. 3rd down and 7 coming up.
Similar to one of their runs down inside the 20 as they just ran a little trap to open some space in the middle, but Lynch coming from the right defensive end just simply pushed 2 people back into the middle where the hole was supposed to be, and that way Deaton had nowhere to go.
It appears that the Dragons have been more suspect to give up passing yardage. They're giving up an average of 300 yards a game. That's the highest number in the 13 6A district so far this year. 3rd and 7, Atkins to throw. Pass was tipped. There again, James Lynch in on the play. Also saw Grant Miller get a paw on it for the Dragons, and the Rangers will punt.
Yeah, Miller had a good pass rush, but Miller's the one who got in the way, and the outside linebacker just out-jumped the ball that time and knocked it down.
So this is the 2nd punt of the night for Michael Hilston. Again, punting into the wind. His first punt traveled 21 yards. From his own 25, Boldreau waiting back deep. Dives in the air, a wobbly punt, takes a Ranger bounce, though, inside the 35. And that ball keeps rolling and rolling towards the hashes and down to the 32.
Somebody needs to help Cameron Livingston, because that young man has been blown up for the 2nd time now by James Lynch. And if James Lynch wants to get that football on the punt, I'm not sure anybody's right there to stop him right now.
30-yard punt, that time for Hilston, no return. 3:10 to go, first quarter. Dragons' 3rd possession of the game coming up. They've cashed in their first 2 for touchdowns.
Big stop time by the defense.
No doubt about that. If anything, to kind of set the tempo here. 3 wide for Reed. Inside handoff at a big hole up to the 40-yard line into the secondary. Nice run by Marquise Brown. Good for 9.5. 2nd and very short coming up.
They're trapping again and just influencing people to go the wrong way, and the holes are there right now.
41.5-yard line. Round Rock's offense starting deepest they have tonight. This drive beginning back at the 32. On 2nd and short, Reed wanted to take a shot, steps up, and he's sacked behind the 40. Coming off the edge, Colt Fullen makes the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 3.
Fullen had a sack last week as well as a tackle for loss, and that time it took him a while to get around there, but protection was good enough to force Reed to hold on to the ball, and a great quarterback sack on 2nd down.
And that's a big offensive lineup there for the Dragons, too. Look at big number 70, Tyler Castaneda, 6'4", 295. 3rd down and 2 from the 40, 3 wide for the Dragons, and the quarterback, Mark Reed. Try to make sure he has the right play call in on 3rd down. Rangers a four-man rush. Pass near side is dropped by the freshman receiver, Colin Sullivan, and the Rangers catch a break there.
It's one of those you might as well catch it because you're going to get hit, and Mr. Woodard put him on his seat.
And so, for the first time tonight, Round Rock comes out to punt, and Tony, you get what you asked for there, right? You wanted to see the defense come up with a stop, and they get just that.
They needed to show somehow, some way they were going to be able to slow them down. That time they did.
Well, here's Lynch, who also serves as the team's punter, averaging 46 yards a punt with the wind to his back, end over end punt. Woodard looks the ball bounce behind him into the end zone for a touchback. So that'll be a net 40-yard punt, no return. Rangers start at their own 20, trailing 14-0. Minute 44 to go here in the first.
If they want to keep the ball out of Woodard's hands on returns, they've done a pretty good job. Not exactly a pretty punt, but end over end, you knew it was going to get a bounce. Trayvon thought about coming over there and getting it, just knew it would be tough, especially with their coverage being as good as it was. Good decision to let it come out.
Well, and so far, Tony, when these two units have been out of the field, the Rangers offense, the Dragons defense, it has been Round Rock that has set the tone. 3 possessions so far for the Rangers, 2 punts and a turnover. 4 wide for Atkins from his 20 and first down, calls his own number up the middle, tucks the ball away into the secondary, and a nice run for Atkins. Up to the 29.5-yard line for a 9-yard gain, second and short.
Good job on the read by Josh that time to see a seam and take it quickly and get into the secondary before he had contact.
By the way, Atkins tonight needing just 55 yards passing to eclipse 5,000 in his career. He was already the program's all-time leader in passing yardage and in touchdowns thrown with 48 of those. Second and short, long handoff, Deaton, and finds a gap and gashes his way across the 35-yard line for the first down up to the Ranger 36.
Good job on the blocking that time as well. Grochit got up the field and laid it down, one of the safeties. They're doing a better job of putting a helmet on a helmet, and that's allowing the running backs to at least see something for room to run.
Final minute, first quarter. Rangers of football, but trailing 14-0. Atkins breaks the huddle, wiping some condensation off his hands with a towel. Operates with 4 wide and first down from his own 37. Takes a snap, 4-man rush. Lynch on the rush there for the Dragons, and Atkins felt the pressure and threw the ball away towards the Rangers sideline.
Talked about how physical James Lynch is. He's also not too bad with his feet. He moved pretty well coming from his rush on the far side and chased Josh right down to the time he let go of the ball.
Well, one thing's for certain, in terms of your tests before non-district play, Round Rock a much more formidable foe than Anderson was a week ago. Anderson, by the way, played last night, lost to LBJ, their 0-3. Second and 10 from the 37. Woodard in motion, takes the handoff, but then slides down. Awkward slide there by Woodard. Comes back up okay. Didn't gain much, if anything, 3rd and 10.
Obviously came on the field in a specialty situation, got the ball going left, but when he planted with his left foot, it just gave way and no gain. Don't know if he would have turned up the field if he'd have got anything, but obviously it's a moot point.
3rd and 10, but we may not see the third down play until the second quarter as the final seconds tick off the first quarter clock. 12 minutes in, Round Rock impressive. Your score through one quarter of play from Dragon Stadium. It is Round Rock 14, Smithson Valley nothing. This is Smithson Valley football on the Rangers Network.
This November, vote for a man who knows how to be an American in America for Americans. Vote for Coach Hill for President of the United States. He's not afraid of anything.
And then, the ninjas come out of the forest.
Ninjas?
Who wouldn't vote for a president who had ninjas in their video?
But I don't want to be the president.
But you're from Texas, Coach, and that makes you a shoo-in. I'll make sure to put that in the video.
But it doesn't matter, because I don't want...
I know! We should get John Wayne to be in your video.
John Wayne?
I can hear it now. The new president of the United States of America is...
Whoa. I just have to say that if I was president, I couldn't coach football anymore.
Well then, I'm officially resigning as your campaign manager and vice president.
Okay then.
Coach, how tall do you think you have to be to run for president?
This political ad was paid for by Wick Productions. Watching a video is just better than reading stuff.
Welcome back to Dragon Stadium on the Rangers Network. It is a 14-0 Round Rock lead as we get ready for the start of quarter number 2 as Smithson Valley faced with 3rd down and 10.
Be interesting to see what kind of playing call is made here. Down 14-0, haven't had a whole lot of momentum. Do you want to try to grab momentum or be safe?
4 wide for Atkins as the Rangers switch sides of the field. Bark to the snap. Here's the rush. Steps up, heaving it deep over the middle. Pass is caught on the run. 20, 15, 10. Touchdown. Edwin Martinez on 3rd and 10. Takes it 63 yards to the house, and the Rangers are on the board.
Again, Josh not particularly accurate on his position on the field, but the distance was perfect. Martinez had to wiggle to his right and then come back over his left shoulder, but a great catch by the junior receiver, and that's 6 points for the Rangers. And all of a sudden, momentum is at least coming our way a little bit.
Well, you talked about the play call there, Tony, on 3rd and 10. You need 10 yards. The Rangers go for the home run. They get it. Here's the PAT for Trevor Danmeyer. The kick is up. It is good. It is a 14-7 game.
We had some issues with the snap last week at House Park, and 3 different extra points were no good because of mostly the snap. This snap was low. The holder did a great job of putting it down for Danmeyer to put it through.
So Smithson Valley, an impressive drive, needing to respond in some form or fashion after Round Rock had come out with an impressive start to the game. By the way, that 3rd down conversion, their first of the night. It was a 5-play drive covering 80 yards for the Rangers, ending in a 63-yard touchdown pass. Atkins to Martinez. 1 minute, 54 seconds off the clock for Smithson Valley. Martinez with his 2nd touchdown catch of the year. And by the way, with that completion, Atkins now over 5,000 career yards passing, 49 touchdowns thrown, compared to just 15 career interceptions.
Pretty amazing, to say the least.
Man. You look at the last couple of quarterbacks, Garrett Smith now at ULM, out of the FBS playing in the Sun Belt Conference. Parker McKenzie before him playing at Abilene Christian. You know, they really set the bar high, and even some great quarterbacks before them as well. Atkins, in terms of career numbers, statistically the greatest quarterback in Ranger history. Here's the kickoff fielded by Bolger from the 3. Across the 10, 15, upended short of the 20. Nice job by the Rangers special teams unit to come in and make the play. Leading the charge there was Ricky Rios on the tackle. And the Dragons with their worst starting field position of the night behind their own 20 at the 18-yard line.
Great special teams coverage. So again, the long touchdown pass, you sense momentum a little bit your way, and the cover team comes in and does a great job after a really good kick.
So here's Reed and the Dragons offense. 3 possessions so far, 2 touchdowns. And the senior operates with 4 receivers on 1st down. Reed, a good runner, over 100 yards rushing each of the first 2 games. Hands off here, though. Spinning out of a tackle, but not out of a second, is Malik Pena. A great tackle near the Rangers sideline. Good pursuit by Smithson Valley, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 10, no gain. Actually marking back for a loss of 2 yards to the 16, 2nd and 12.
Good job on that time. I'm really impressed with the defense's ability to see him bounce outside in pursuit to keep coming after him.
Looked like C.J. Kaler on the tackle there for the Rangers. 2nd and 12 for Round Rock, and movement coming from Hank Johnson, the right tackle. And that's going to make it 2nd down and 17.
All of a sudden, we've put a little bit of pressure on Round Rock, and that maybe just showing some signs of what they're really made of. Maybe it isn't just when everything's great they can do things. We'll have to see when they're challenged how they respond.
1 minute gone by, 2nd quarter, 14-7 Dragons. Now second down and 17 from their own 12-yard line. Snap back to Reed. Rolls out. Eyes downfield. Flings a pass incomplete. Good coverage downfield from Mason Pierce defending against Ryan O'Keefe, the sophomore receiver. It's going to bring up 3rd and long, 3rd and 17.
O'Keefe sure felt like he was being held, and I don't know that I'd argue with him a whole lot, but we'll say Mason Pierce did a great job and go with that because it's incomplete and it's 3rd and long.
I think it's the first pass we've seen tonight in O'Keefe's direction, their leading receiver coming in. 3rd and 17, 4 wide again for Reed. Takes a snap. Here's the rush. A shovel pass. Not going to get a whole lot of yardage. Up to the 15 out of bounds. Near the Dragons sideline at the 18 is Pena. A bailout play there. Gets about 8 yards. Well short of the first down on the 4th and 9. The Dragons will punt.
A great job by Jack Gibbons, who really took not as good a pursuit as he could come upon the running back who caught the ball, caught the shovel pass. But he never stopped, and he ran all the way to the sidelines, and after the running back got about 5 yards, he was there for the tackle.
Well, here is Lynch to punt, now into the wind. Takes a snap. Decent punt, though, into the wind. Backpedaling is Woodard to return at the 35-40. Spins out of a tackle, but then is stood up just short of midfield towards the Rangers sideline at the 48. And so here, Tony, the Rangers went 80 yards their last possession. Now only have to go 52 to tie the game.
And Brandon Arnold tried to do his best James Lynch imitation that time, and he blew up the cover protection guy on the punt and almost got back to the punter Lynch that time. Somebody saw something and said, Brandon, you go try it.
1st and 10, Smithson Valley offense trailing 14-7. A little more than 90 seconds have expired off the second quarter clock.
Try to make it more than one play, though. We need to string lots of plays together that are positive.
Give that defense a rest. On 1st down, play fake, pass the flat, caught by Dillon, angling towards the sideline. Into Dragon territory. He's out of bounds at the Round Rock 45. That's good for 7. 2nd and 3.
Not a great pass, but Dillon did a great job of going down for it and picking it off his shoestrings and really made a nice run afterwards to beat everybody to the sideline and get those 7 yards.
Well, speaking of big plays, how about Dillon's 88-yarder last week, Tony?
They were all big in that game.
Oh, man. Well, there were touchdowns of 95, 88, 42. I think a 53-yarder in there as well. It was incredible. 2nd and 3 for Atkins out of the pistol from the Dragon 45. Turns the hands of Deaton, evades a tackler, and able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And a yeoman's effort for Deaton to do just that as he was dead to rights. Jonathan Sanchez had a beat on him but made a miss. It's going to bring up 3rd down, and they'll give him a yard there, 3rd and 2.
And we've talked about this a couple of times. I keep mentioning you got to get a hat on a hat if you're going to block and have effective offensively. That time Sanchez just ran right through as a linebacker, and no one touched him, and he was head-on head to the running back.
Rangers 1 of 3 in 3rd down tonight, but the one was a 63-yard touchdown play. 3rd and 2 from the Dragon 44. 4 wide for Atkins. Going to keep it himself. Sifting through the defense at a 1st down. Inside the 40 and down to the 37-yard line.
Josh is a tough kid, and he's going to have to be tough if he wants to keep running like that because they're really going after him once he gets into the secondary. Everybody's trying to pile on. But again, a great 3rd down conversion for the Rangers.
Didn't see a lot of the design run for Atkins last week against Anderson, but Tony, Smithson Valley didn't need it.
He just stood in the pocket and picked them apart.
Well, 1st and 10, Round Rock 37, 9:15 to go second quarter. Dragons leading 14-7. Fake to give to Dillon, a pitch out to Deaton, and he's met at the backfield. A flag is in. It's going to be a hold against Smithson Valley. I think they're going to get Caleb Rude on the flag. Play goes for no gain anyway as we sort out the penalty.
Didn't really see it because they were both down on the ground, but maybe Caleb that time pulled him down. But Deaton that time looked like when he caught the ball, maybe he was going to pass it because he kind of hesitated, didn't he?
I thought so too. It is a hold against Smithson Valley. That's going to make it 1st down and 20.
Not a good way to start a 1st down possession.
Drive began at the Ranger 47. Martinez on the short side of the field. 2 receivers on the wide side. Martinez has the Rangers' lone touchdown. 1st and 20 from the Round Rock 47. Pass far side of the field, incomplete, looking for the tight end Davis Grochet. Single coverage over the top from Reagan Doss, the sophomore. 2nd and 20.
Saw Josh react. He was very disappointed with himself. That wasn't a difficult pass in that situation. He just overthrew him and overthrew him by a bunch.
Now keep in mind here, Tony, in the second quarter, Atkins is throwing with the wind. That can mess with the quarterback. As challenging as it is to throw into the wind, you have to know to take something off your passes throwing with it. I say that as a very experienced quarterback.
His best pass of the night was with the wind, though.
On Madden. 2nd and 20, 4 wide for Atkins to throw. Pass caught by Martinez, stood up by Bolger, though, and his teammates are there to finish the job. That's good for about 7 yards. Going to bring up 3rd down and 13.
Saved by the engagement happening in the play of field. That one went about 7 yards out of bounds before they really stopped pushing him. Not going to get a flag on that because, again, engagement happens inside the lines, but that's they went after him pretty good.
3rd down, 13 from the Round Rock 40. 2 receivers eyeing the way for the senior quarterback, Josh Atkins. 1 man behind him, Deaton. 4-man rush, Round Rock, delay blitz on its way. Atkins rolls out of the pressure, throws a pass, and it's a little bit too sharply thrown, incomplete, looking for Dillon towards the Rangers sideline. Brings up 4th down.
That's one of those you kind of expect Dillon to come up with because even though it is thrown hard, he's the guy that's caught a lot of those. That one he just didn't seem to be on balance when he went up and didn't have a chance.
Too far for a field goal here and needing 13 yards, too much for, I think, an attempt to go for it.
Kind of a better chance, though, of flipping the field if we can pin him back.
Yep. Here is Hilston to do the honors with Bolger waiting back deep. High snap. End over end punt. Bolger with the shoulder catch on the punt there. Dragged down immediately at the 10-yard line. Back at the 7, they're going to mark it. Great tackle made on special teams by Mason Pierce.
Really surprised. He caught it at the 10. It's almost you might want to do a fair catch on that one because there was nowhere to go and he had no blockers for him because they really tried to rush almost everyone on that play except for James Lynch. He did not rush the punter that time.
We are just under 8 minutes to go in the second. 14-7 Round Rock. The Dragons' first 2 possessions, they got great field position, cashed in both times, 49 yards out and 33 yards out. But the last 2 possessions, starting further back, have ended in punts. Back at their own 7 here on 1st down. Snap to Reed. That play is blown up by Arnold towards the goal line. Pena going nowhere as Arnold blew it up. 2nd down and long coming up.
We talked about momentum last series, how it might be changing because it was simple there. They didn't block Brandon Arnold, and he nailed the running back right as he was being handed the ball.
That was actually Marquise Brown, the ball carrier there. Back at the 2, make it the 3-yard line, they mark it. And Brown's going to know that Brandon Arnold played this game.
Yes, he is.
2nd and 15, 3 wide for Reed out of his own end zone to throw a screen. Caught by O'Keefe. That's going nowhere as well. And again, Pierce into the play. Forward progress at the 3. And boy, you had, 5, 6 defenders in on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 15.
They're going to give him a very generous spot at the 3 because I don't know that he ever got past the 2-yard line. But in any event, their wide receiver screen is one of their most favorite plays. We've seen it so many times. That time they tried to do it with 2, and it doesn't work that way.
3rd and 15 from the 3. 4 wide for Reed. Rangers jump. Free play for the Dragons. Here's a deep ball. It is batted and nearly picked off. It was picked off on the deflection by Chandler Beam. Takes it back inside the 5 to the end zone for the touchdown. But, again, this is going to be nullified by an offsides penalty.
We obviously can't hear down on the field, but obviously his cadence must be something special to have gotten our defensive lineman to jump 2 or 3 times now.
So that erases a pick 6 for Beam. It would have been the Rangers' 2nd in as many weeks as we know. Tyler McCracken had a pick 6 last week.
And that was a great job by Pierce to get back there and get his hands on it to pop it up to give Beam a chance.
Makes it 3rd down and 9. They'll mark it at the Dragon 8-yard line. 4 wide for Reed. Takes a snap. 4-man rush. Flags are in. March him back 5 yards. False start on Round Rock.
So we trade 5-yard penalties, and we're right back where we started at the 3-yard line with third down and about 14.
Well, I wonder, Tony, can that Round Rock offensive line hold up here? Because if they let the Rangers pass rush come through, that could spell trouble.
The best pass rushers are giving it everything they have right now, as we have put a lot of pressure in on each play of this possession. Just got to stay on sides this time and come up with a big play one way or another. Just get a stop and make them punt into the wind.
Rangers had 3 sacks last week. Third down at 14. Reed takes a stop, rolls out, pass near side is ruled incomplete. Looking for Uwazi. It would have been short of the first down, or maybe right at the sticks, I should say, but could stay in bounds. So now comes the punting unit.
Uwazi did a nice job that time of running a great route.
Approaching 6 minutes to go, second quarter, 14-7 Round Rock, and the clock is ticking, but it was an incomplete pass. It should have been stopped, so they should put about 15 seconds back on the game clock.
Good catch that time, as the clock wasn't stopping even though it was incomplete.
I'm impressed by my skills there, because our statistician Austin Milam has the time listed, and I had it right, 6:18. Are you impressed, Tony? I am.
Well, I was watching that clock last week, and it wasn't accurate most of the time, so I'm not real sure that's the right time, but if it is, we'll take it.
So now you have Woodard nestled inside of Dragon territory at the 39 to return this punt. He has 3 career kickoff return scores and his first career punt return touchdown coming last week.
James Lynch is their punter. You don't know if he's a full-time punter or he's doing it this year because their punter graduated. I can't imagine he's a real punter. He just probably got the heaviest foot to put a foot on the ball.
Right. Now, we did see that Monke, the receiver, was listed as their backup punter tonight, and Mark Reed, the quarterback, actually has punted 3 times this season as well.
In fact, he's the one that punted, we assume, more times.
Okay, they say 6-13.
Okay.
We'll go with that. From his own end zone, here's a punt from Lynch. Woodard on the run, fields and returns. 20, 15, 10, cuts back inside. Touchdown, Smithson Valley.
Illegal block's going to bring it back.
Oh, man. And it wasn't necessary.
Well, there was one guy he had to pin him on the sideline, and I don't know if he could have, but we came and blocked from behind very, very strongly.
Yep. Block at the back called against Smithson Valley. That is now 2 return scores in the last 4 minutes of actual time called off due to flags. I'm sure it's something that'll be talked about at team headquarters this coming weekend.
And I think what's going to be talked about even more for Round Rock is the fact that he just returned a punt for a touchdown.
That's true.
One block, okay, gets flagged, but he returned a punt for a touchdown because our coverage wasn't very good on that one.
So the penalty makes it 1st and 10, Smithson Valley at the Round Rock 23. Halfway through the second quarter, 14-7 Dragons. They have led throughout, but the Rangers, they have looked like the better team since about the 4-minute mark of the first quarter.
And obviously they forgot to change footballs after the punt to bring a Smithson Valley football out on the field.
By the way, Woodard lining up in the slot right now, receiver for Smithson Valley. Martinez also out there at receiver with Dillon. 2 men in the backfield for Atkins. On first down for the 23. Woodard in motion. Fake to him. Atkins on the keeper. Met at the 20. Nice tackle by the safety, Reagan Doss. 3-yard gain, going to make it 2nd and 7.
Again, Bunch, one of their corners, Pfluger, a safety, and Doss, a safety, are their biggest number tacklers, have the highest number of tackles thus far this season, and you're seeing why. They don't miss very often when you get to them.
Well, that, and Tony, something that you brought up on the drive up here today also says something, though, about that front 7. You know, if your safeties have your high tackle numbers, that means they're getting through. 2nd and 7, Dillon in motion this time. Hand off to him, waved off. Whistles, flag in the play. False start against the Rangers.
That one thrown by the referee, so I'm assuming it was someone in the backfield.
Yeah.
because he's really only watching the quarterback and the running backs.
We see Hilston check out of the sideline. Grochet back in at tight end.
Grochet questioning a little bit that time who it was.
2nd down, 12 from the Round Rock 25. Out of the pistol, Atkins, 3 receivers. The senior quarterback takes a snap, pump fake, steps up, hitting it deep towards the end zone. The pass is incomplete. And boy, Brian Bolger, the defender there, did not bite on the play fake. Martinez was the intended receiver. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
And he was 5 yards short of the cornerback when the ball was thrown. So not a good read by the quarterback receiver tandem that time, and the corner did a great job of covering.
Well, 3rd down here and 13, Tony. What are you doing here for Smithson Valley?
I think it's 4-down territory, so I think you need to go get 5, 6, 7, 8 of it and set yourself up for a good manageable 3rd down.
Rangers 2 of 5 on 3rd down tonight. 4 wide for Atkins. Back to throw from the Round Rock 25. Steps up, rolls out, and throws the ball towards the sideline, towards Grochet. Was defended there by Bunch. Pass incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Tough catch by Grochet that time. Just really nothing Josh could do. He got a lot of pressure. Again, they're running away from James Lynch most of the time when he rolls, but the offensive line doing a much better job on Lynch, keeping him out of the backfield.
Well, Tony said it. 4-down territory here for the Rangers. 4th down and 13 from the Round Rock 25. 2 receivers on the way for the senior quarterback. 8 in the box for Round Rock. They rush 4. Adkins steps up, looks, scrambles, fires middle, passes, batted it incomplete. Looking for Rude. Broken up by Brandon Pfluger. A turnover on downs for Smithson Valley.
Not to say anything bad about Josh Atkins, but that time he took too long. Rude had opened up across the middle, and he took an extra little crow step there to throw the ball harder than he was going to throw it, and that cost that incompletion. If he gets rid of the ball early, Rude has a chance to catch a ball down inside the 10-yard line.
4:47 to go here in the first half. Dragons the ball, leading 14-7 at their own 25. They have punted in the last 3 possessions. Snap back to Reed in the flat screen. He short-hopped it. Ball hit the turf, looking for O'Keefe. And the officials blow it dead. 2nd down and 10 coming up.
All of a sudden, Mark Reed isn't as comfortable as he was early in the game when everything went his way. Right now, he's struggling to make a play instead of making plays.
3rd leading passer out of the 13-6A district of the first 2 weeks. Faced now with 2nd and 10 at his own 25. Trips on one side, single receiver on the other. Out of the pistol, takes a snap. Quarterback keeper in the zone, Reed, and the Rangers snuff it out. 2 defenders are there. Nix, the linebacker, makes a stop. Woodard was also there for Smithson Valley. A loss of a yard to bring up 3rd and 11.
O'Keefe was trying to block Woodard and just had no chance. Trayvon just ran right through him to get to the runner. And a great job defensively again to stay solid, stay home, and not let any big plays happen.
Woodard's got 4 inches and 45 pounds, or 35 pounds rather, on O'Keefe. He's going to win that battle every time.
And he's bigger than we list him too.
3rd and 11, 4 wide for Round Rock. The quarterback Reed from his zone 24. Motion from Brown. Rangers rushing 4. And here's a little delayed screen, dumping it off up to the 26. Goes Pena, that's it. Towards the Dragon sideline. He got a couple. Going to bring up 4th and 9, and Round Rock again is going to punt the ball back.
Gibbons will get credit for the tackle, but give Jacob Zuber a big credit there. He's the one that attacked the running back first, pushed him out, and kind of slowed him down for Gibbons to come and clean it up.
So here is Lynch, who's been busy in the second quarter, punting the football. Woodard awaits at his zone 40-yard line. Under 4 to go, second quarter, 7-point Dragon lead at 14-7. Snap to Lynch. Here's the punt. A wobbly sidewinder takes a hop in favor of the Dragons and rolls inside the 30 all the way down to the 25. But I think a player touched it first.
He did.
At the 34-yard line.
And I think it's going to go all the way back up near the 35 or 36.
About a 40-yard punt there for Lynch. No return. Will officially mark it at 39. Thanks, Austin.
34. Oh, the punt. The
punt.
34-yard line. I'm sorry.
Right.
Yes. What a bonehead play. You're running down, and Woodard almost fakes like he's going to try to catch it on the bounce, but doesn't, and then you run into the ball. That doesn't make any sense.
Big test for the Rangers. I'm sorry,
now
Tony,
they've moved it to the 36. They don't know. The sideline judge on this side had it at the 34, and the sideline judge on the other side moved it forward.
First down, Smithson Valley Rangers at their own 36. Snap to Atkins. Play fake. Pass the flat, caught by Rude. And he is met immediately by a defender very close to late contact there. Tackle made towards the sideline by Pfluger. It's good for a couple, 2nd and 8.
Again, their secondary makes a lot of tackles because they don't miss when they have a chance.
Big test for the Rangers looming next week. The 27-6A opener against the Steel Knights back home at Ranger Stadium. Steel playing Saturday at O'Connor this week. The Knights are 1-1. They lost a thriller to Lake Travis last week. 2nd and 8. Atkins trying to find some room up the middle. None there to be found. Maybe a yard to the 38-yard line. 3rd and 7 coming up.
I'll give him credit for that yard he earned because that was a bad snap, and he just decided I wasn't going to, once I reach down and look at the ball, I've lost my perception of the field, so let's just run it up the field. And to make it 3rd and 7 versus 3rd and 8, it's not a bad job.
Rangers 2 of 6 on 3rd down tonight. 3rd and 7. Lynch jump but got back, so no flag is in as Atkins making sure he has the right signals in. 3 wide for the senior quarterback. Here's a 4-man rush. Atkins steps up, heaving it deep over the middle for Dillon, and the pass incomplete. Bolger again defending, and well, he's been everywhere. Has the lone turnover of the night on an interception against Atkins back in the first quarter. Defends that pass, and it brings up 4th down.
You got to give a lot of credit to both Brock Scherber and Caden Dix that time because they were double teaming Lynch, and they did a great job because he had a chance maybe to get outside of them, and they sealed just in time to give Josh enough time to make that pass.
That's a punt is Hilston. Rangers down 14-7, under 3 minutes to go in the second. Takes a snap, a swing of the right leg, end over end, punt went to his back. Bolger on the return, 35 across the 40 to the 41. Nice return there by Bolger, tackled eventually by McCracken. And good position here for Round Rock, just short of midfield, leading 14-7.
Give a lot of credit to McCracken, though. He had him by the belt loop and wouldn't let go, and that allowed pursuit to come and get him. Otherwise, Bolger might have been pretty much gone on that one.
Approaching halftime here at Round Rock at Dragon Stadium. Rangers led to the break last week, 53-14, but a much different foe on the other side tonight. 4 wide for Reed from their own 41. Trips on one side of the field. That pass is caught across the 45 down to the 48. The freshman makes the catch, Colin Sullivan. Good for 7 yards, 2nd and 3.
Mason Pierce slipped down when that ball was thrown and fortunately got up in time enough to get a shoestring of the receiver, Sullivan. But that could have been a real dangerous play as they had run trips to the left side and faked a wide receiver screen.
Same formation here for Round Rock. Trips on one side, isolation on the other. On 2nd down, read his own number inside of midfield. Into the secondary, inside the Ranger 40, between the hash marks. Nicks the tackle up to the 39. 1st down, Round Rock.
They haven't run that very much tonight, and that was a good time to get Smithson Valley not really looking for it, and a great run by Reed.
But Round Rock's offense has lost its rhythm for a good chunk of the game, but they're getting it back right now. At the Ranger 39, 4 wide, snap to Reed. Here's a screen caught by O'Keefe, has a block inside the 35, and finally dragged down by Nix at the 26. 13 yards and a 1st down.
The sophomore receiver actually dragged a couple of defenders that time and was very powerful on the run.
In the hurry up, minute 27 left. Ranger 26, snap to Reed. Handoff up the middle, not going to get much there. Naeem Barnett for a yard, 2nd and 9.
Good job by, again, the interior line of staying home and making a play.
And Round Rock calls the timeout. Their first, they have 2 left. Minute 18 to go in the half. Round Rock leading 14-7.
And the difference between this week's game and last week's game, all the timeouts by the opponent were called to prevent a penalty on running out of time.
Yep.
On a punt mostly. Saw that in a college game too, didn't we?
Yes, yeah. Well, what a wild opening weekend it was in college football this past Saturday and beyond. Sunday as well, not far from us in Austin. Texas's overtime win over Notre Dame, 50-47.
You know, we've said this for a number of college football fans have said this for a number of years, that parity is coming, that anybody can beat anybody almost on any given night, and we are seeing that in heavy doses already this year. The line of difference between quality of teams is getting very close from 1 to 40.
Although I will say Alabama's win was pretty impressive over USC.
How good is USC is the question.
That's
then.
very, very true. 2nd and 9 from the Ranger 25 out of the timeout. Round Rock leading 14-7 as we approach halftime. Snap back to the quarterback. Reed has time. Now going to run, trying to get outside, cutting it back inside. Finally tracked down near the hash marks. Late flag is in from behind the play as it was stopped at the 21.
Looked like a hold indicated, but again, Reed is that elusive quarterback. Both linebackers are spies, if you will, are waiting for him, and he just outmoved them to get the yards he got.
Well, they're talking to Coach Hill, so this is going to be against Round Rock and back them up, which is important because remember, Round Rock now going against the wind here in the second quarter. Field goals will not be easy to come by.
That was obviously down the field where Reed had gotten to because the flag came in so late, but a big penalty against the Dragons.
65 seconds remain in the first half. 14-7 Round Rock now at the Ranger 31. Here's a snap to Reed, rushes on, throws a pass. It is caught. Down to the 23-yard line is Monke. And that's good for about 8. In play, though, the field of play, and Round Rock will burn it. Second timeout.
Great job on coverage by Ricky Rios to get there and make an ankle tackle and not let him go anywhere after he caught the ball.
3rd and 8 coming up after the timeout here for the Dragons. We mentioned Steele, by the way, playing Lake Travis at a double overtime last week. In fact, a pair of 27-6A teams have faced Lake Travis in non-district play. Judson beat the Cavaliers in week 1. The Rockets are 3-0. They won Thursday night convincingly over Roosevelt, 66-20. So Judson will enter 27-6A play unbeaten.
And they do look impressive. There's no doubt about that. You still wonder how good Roosevelt is on a Thursday night to play against Judson.
Action happening tonight. Wagner hosting Marshall, Canyon hosting Madison. New Braunfels at San Marcos, and East Central's hosting Victoria East. 3rd down and 8 so far tonight. Round Rock 2 of 5 on 3rd down. Out of the timeout, 4 receivers for Reed. Here's the pass rush. Pass over the middle is incomplete. Good coverage by Smithson Valley and pass rush as well. Hanson, the defender there on the pass, and it brings up 4th down.
And again, it's Brandon Arnold that's in the backfield, and the young man who's still listed on the depth chart as a backup, although he's kind of a co-starter now on the depth chart. He's made more plays in the defensive backfield than anybody I can imagine in a number of weeks, even into last year.
So here is Alexander Dockery to attempt a 42-yard field goal, make it 41 into the win. He's 3 of 5 this year on field goals. This one's going to be well short and no good. Wide as well for Dockery, who actually made a couple of clutch kicks. Made 2 fourth-quarter field goals in what was a 6-point win against Clemens back in week 1, but that one no good. It remains a 7-point game.
His previous long 33, so this one into the 40s, a difficult chore for him even with the win, and obviously he hooked it left as well. So not a bad effort, not a bad chance with less than a minute to go.
So, 38 seconds here for Smithson Valley's offense. The Rangers, with the win, do have all 3 timeouts left. So I'm not so sure that the Rangers are going to sit on their laurels here and call it a half. They're probably going to attack here, I would think.
It'll be an interesting call, whatever it is.
Adkins out of the pistol on 1st down from the zone, 25. They do have a lot of field to navigate here. And it will be a run for Atkins, running wide, 30. Trying to angle for the sideline and has it out of bounds, now at the 34. So there, Tony, safe on the inception, but as the play was developing, Atkins saw something, so now maybe Smithson Valley will be a bit more aggressive.
Still a long way to go with very little time. You do have 3 timeouts, but it's a tough chore. And their safeties are staying fairly deep.
That took 7 seconds, 31 seconds on the second quarter clock. Receivers are Dillon, Hilston, and Martinez on second and less than a yard from the 34. Snap to Atkins, fires for Martinez, makes a back shoulder catch, tackled in the field of play across the 40, finally whistled dead at the 42. 22 seconds left, and Coach Hill calls for his first timeout.
Kind of curious why the judge on this side didn't want to blow that one dead. He had been stopped for quite a while and waited till he went down on the ground before he blew the whistle.
Bolger on the tackle.
Interesting, you're at the 42, you have 1st and 10, there's 23 seconds in essence.
Yep.
You figure 7 seconds minimum on a play, so you have really chance for 3 plays. Can you go 60 yards in 3 plays? It takes one big one, obviously.
Yep.
Do you want to take a chance to put Josh,
back there long enough to make that pass?
Right. A risk of perhaps him getting hit, turning the football over. A lot to think about here. We should know, by the way, the Rangers did not kick a field goal last week. And Trevor Danmeyer, you heard Tony talk about the issues with the snaps. 2 of the point-after touchdowns were unsuccessful. So I wouldn't be sure, or I wouldn't know where to begin to tell you the target field position is for a field goal attempt. We don't know that yet with Danmeyer. 1st and 10. 3 wide for Atkins from his own 41. Back to throw. 4-man rush, Round Rock. Pass deep middle, intercepted. Across the 45. Inside the Ranger 40. Flag is in. 35. And Groach at the tackle, the 32-yard line. Interception from Brandon Pfluger. Flag came in after the pick. So the interception will likely hold as we check the marker.
It was after the pick, but I'm really curious to see how they're going to call it. It looks like it's going to be against Round Rock.
9 seconds to go in the half. A 2-interception half for Josh Atkins. It is called against Round Rock. But it is on the return.
Here's the funniest part of that. They were holding one of our offensive linemen, chasing the ball from the backside about 30 yards away from the ball at the time.
So they spot it back in midfield. 9 seconds to go, 1 timeout left for Round Rock with a 14-7 lead. Reed heaving it deep towards the end zone. That pass is intercepted by Mason Pierce at the 10. Anything you can do, I can do better. Mason Pierce comes up with a pick. And so this is going to end in a 14-7 score in the first half. There is 1 second left on the clock, so one knee to be taken by Atkins to send us into halftime.
Couple thoughts on that. Not a bad play. I thought that Reed let go of it a little too early. Maybe that's as far as he can throw it, but he had a receiver, Monke, that was going to break open in another couple of steps.
From the 10, Atkins out of the pistol. Takes a snap, a low one. It is a handoff to Deaton up the middle, looking for room. None is there, well short of a touchdown, obviously. Tackled at the 15, that'll do it. 24 minutes in the books. There are 24 minutes left in non-district play for Smithson Valley, and the Rangers have some work to do. Your score at the half from Dragon Stadium. It is Round Rock 14, Smithson Valley 7. This is Smithson Valley football on the Rangers Network.
You should know I believe in you. Every race you run, you're my number one. Kick it up now and bring it on. This will be your day. 'Cause baby, you were born to win.
It's time for football, and Red McCombs Ford is powering the Rangers to another successful season. So go Rangers and good luck from Red McCombs Ford, the truck capital of Texas, and saford.com.
Get your guns up. Do you know exactly what qualifies it to be a marsupial? We have a whole new group of seniors this year, but some things always stay the same. Get your phones out, text your mama hi, and tell her you love her. On the field, they're all business, but in here, it's all fun and games. Coach Hill's gonna be pretty impressed. Nick, when does that noise come in handy?
Hello from the other side.
Ooh. Can you imitate Coach Shin for me? Are you NASCAR material? After I get done watching my Minecraft videos, draw me a picture of Coach Hill. Watch Senior Moments with Emily every week on Inside Rangers Football.
Am I gonna have to do laps after that, Coach?
Back on the Rangers Network, halftime coverage. Smithson Valley trailing Round Rock at the break by a score 14-7. And coming up in just a moment, we're going to take things to the performance of the Ranger Marching Band. But Tony, first, your look back at the first half.
First quarter dominated by Round Rock. Second quarter, Smithson Valley came back and made a lot of noise and had a chance to make it a game, and I think they have.
Certainly so. It was a 14-0 Round Rock lead at the end of one, but the Rangers came back early second quarter and got a big play, a 63-yard touchdown pass, Atkins to Martinez, to put the Rangers on the board.
And really what we've seen now is Josh Atkins, if he's sharp and on target, we've got a chance to score some points.
Again, a 14-7 Round Rock lead at the break. We have more coming your way here on the Rangers Network, but for now we turn things over to the Ranger Marching Band.
The Spirit Girl of the Week is Ainsley McMullen. This evening, the Silver Spurs will be performing a palm routine to Disco Inferno. Now, please welcome the award-winning Silver Spurs. Your board officers are President Maddie Cloud, Vice President Allison Hayes, Chaplain Lauren West, Social Officer Maddie Mulder, and Caitlin Sinelli. Tonight, Ranger Band will be performing a portion of the 2016 UIL show entitled Extreme Deception. Ranger Band will keep you on the edge of your seat with some of Ludwig's band, Beethoven's best-known themes twisted together by composer Johann Demet. fans, would you please stand and show your support as the Smithson Valley Ranger Band performs a Ranger fight song. Directors of the Ranger Band are Ben Reed and Dave Green, Jim Yates, Sam Principal is Michael Wall. The Ranger Band section of the week is the saxophone section. We hope you enjoyed tonight's performance. See you next week as the Rangers take over the night in Steel Ring.
Again, the score at the half of our game, it is Round Rock 14 at Smithson Valley 7, start of the third quarter. Coming your way, this is Smithson Valley football on the Rangers Network.
Welcome to the Rangers Network. 24-hour-a-day access to news, game replays, original shows, live game night radio coverage, and more on rangersnetwork.com. Watch every home and away game the day after, complete in the way only the Rangers Network can bring it to you. Never miss an episode of Inside Rangers Football. Listen to all the games live on your smartphone with our exclusive live scoring screen. Rangers Network is your media hub for everything Rangers. Be a part of Rangers Network.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by Security Bank, Ferris Orthodontics, GVTC, Wick Productions, HEB, Rangers Network, Chicken Express, Pizza Hut, Red McCombs Ford, and Smoky Moe's.
Back on the Rangers Network here in Round Rock, north of Austin, 14-7 your score, with the Dragons leading the Rangers, getting ready for the start of the third quarter. And again, Round Rock won the toss to open the game and defer to the second half, so the Dragons will get the football to open things up in the third quarter. Tony, what do you want to see in the second half?
Well, we've talked about it throughout the whole broadcast, is just some consistency. It would be good for the defense to come out and get a big first possession stop, and then offensively it would be a lot of fun to see a 7, 8, 9 play drive that moves the ball and imposes your will upon them.
Mason Reed to kick off. End over in short, takes a hop of the 15, picked up by Bolger there. At the 20, sifting through across the 30. One man to beat the kicker, makes a tackle. Reed, a big play just short of midfield to the 49-yard line. A short field coming up for Round Rock, yes, but disaster avoided there as Reed perhaps saved 6.
You pooch the ball up in the air high, you get it to hit the ground, and you still can't contain a guy. That was not good kick coverage on that possession.
Now remember, Round Rock's 2 touchdown drives came on short fields of 49 and 33 yards. They start 51 yards shy of the end zone here on first down. It is an inside handoff going little to nowhere inside of midfield to the Ranger 49 for a couple. On the carry there, Marquise Brown, the sophomore tailback. They'll give him one more to the 48, 2nd and 7.
Taylor Nix with a nice stop there as he plugged the hole and brought him down.
And Brown taking a big hit there, comes to the sideline for the Dragons. Back at a tailback is Barnett, who comes in motion. 4 wide on 2nd and 7. Motion here from Uwazi. Snap to Reed. Here's the rush. Steps up. Reed looks, pressure, dances out of trouble, and then finally slammed down at the Ranger 45. There's Nix again on a tackle. That's good for about 4 yards. 3rd and 3.
Alex Flores had a great job of getting up the field, and the left tackle, Castaneda that time, just grabbed him and held him bad as he tried to come back into the play.
3rd down, 3 to go. 3 wide with 2 men in the backfield, either side of the senior quarterback, Mark Reed. Had some nice moments in the first half, especially in the first quarter. His last pass, though, was intercepted. Here's the snap. Play fake for Reed. 4-man rush for the Rangers. Deep ball over the middle. It is incomplete, but flags are in. The defender never got his head turned around. Mason Pierce. That'll give the Dragons a first down.
Is face guarding illegal in high school? It is now?
Yep.
because I thought he grabbed him as much as he face guarded him. So it was pretty much going to be interference, and that. The disappointing part is all he had to do is turn his head, and that would be an easy pass breakup.
So 1st and 10 after the penalty. Now the Rangers 29, 15 yards on the flag against Smithson Valley. Nearing the red zone, the Dragons leading 14-7, 10:24 to go in the third. And here's Reed, the quarterback keeper, up behind right guard. Tackle from behind by Josh Hansen. Big first down game there for about 8 yards, 2nd and 2. No huddle here for Round Rock. Quick snap. Here's a screen to O'Keefe. 20, 15, breaking a tackle to 10. Tightrope in the sideline and forced it out of bounds by Hansen. Out. They're going to mark him at the 10. Going to be 1st and goal.
Tyler Mankey at 6'3", 200 had a huge block on that play to free O'Keefe.
1st and goal, Round Rock, the deepest they have been since about midway through the first quarter. Leading 14-7, 2 minutes gone by in the third. Out of the shotgun to Reed, 4 wide. Handoff. No, keeper Reed on the zone read, and he is gobbled up. He'll lose yardage. Back in the 12. There's Nix on the play for the Rangers. Good job defending the zone read. 2nd and goal from the 12-yard line.
Again, the defensive line stepping up and making big plays when they have to, and that time just got a good wrap-up and brought him down.
9:38 to go in the third. 14-7 Round Rock. Dragons have not scored since the opening quarter. Out of the pistol, Reed. Quarterback keeper rolls out now, evades Nix in the backfield, steps up with a 10, cutting back inside and down to the 5-yard line. Make it the 4. It's going to make it 3rd and goal.
Reed turned the corner after he got shut down rolling right, and I think he was startled how much ground was in front of him uncovered because the defense had separated with the receivers, and that time he made a good job of getting there, but not as quickly, I think, as he wanted.
8-yard gain there for Reed. Makes a 3rd and goal from the 4. I wonder if this is 4-down territory right now for the Dragons. 2 men to the backfield. Jumbo package. Reed on the keeper. Slices up the middle, untouched. Touchdown, Round Rock.
Offensive line did a great job of opening up a hole, and that time he wasted no effort in getting through that hole quickly.
So again, a short field leads to a touchdown for the Dragons. They have scored now in the opening possession of both halves. Coming off with the PAT, Alexander Dockery, a 51-yard drive. And boy, Mason Reed had a lot to do with it. Ian Ziner is the snapper. Jackson Powell, the backup quarterback, to hold. The kick by Dockery, blocked. It's a live ball, picked up by the quarterback, Powell. Ball still loose, and finally dove on at the 29-yard line.
Ricky Rios had a chance to go get that ball and perhaps run it back. Instead, he went after the kicker to knock, or the holder to knock him out of the way, or the kicker to knock him out of the way, and forgot the ball.
So the Dragons settle for a 6-yard possession, 6-point possession there. 8:46 to go, third quarter. Round Rock 20, Smithson Valley 7. This is Smithson Valley football on the Rangers Network.
For thousands of years, man could not fly. Then a Thursday came along, and man flew. Just imagine what will happen this Thursday when the Jets fly into Buffalo. Anything can happen on Thursday. Jets, Bills, September 15th at 7 on NFL Network.
Watch NFL Network, GVTC Digital Cable Channel 579. GVTC, just plain smart. Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by Whataburger, Peppa Thomas with Remax, Max's Roadhouse, Ashley Small Engine Sales and Service, Texas Roadhouse, and Sunbelt Rentals.
Welcome back to Dragon Stadium on the Rangers Network. 8:46 to go in the third. 20-7 now. Round Rock the lead after a 7-play, 51-yard drive. 3 minutes, 6 seconds. Mason Reed with the touchdown run from 4 yards out. That is his 4th rushing score of the season. That leads the Round Rock team. Here's Here's Dockery's kick, end over and short. And that ball is live for a moment, but it hops out of bounds at the Dragons sideline. And we'll see if Coach Hill elects to have the Dragons re-kick. Boy, again, Tony, Round Rock's offense really seemed to lose its rhythm after the midway point of the first quarter. Smithson Valley's defense really took charge, but Round Rock with a impressive drive to start things off here in the second half.
Going to make him kick it again. Woodard and Dillon kind of playing cat and mouse back there, receiving, not giving away which side they're going to go to too early. That time Woodard came over here late, and the kicker actually kicked it his way, just didn't kick it far enough.
Again, Dillon and Woodard are back deep. Updated numbers here on the quarterback, Mark Reed. 10 of 14 passing, 101 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, and a rushing score as well. So now Dockery from 35. On top of that, 40 yards rushing for Reed. A nice day with the senior. First-year starter for these Dragons. Another short end over end kick. And Woodard again, no chance to return. And maybe this cat and mouse game will continue. If I'm Coach Hill, make him do it again.
Let's adopt the pro rule and just put it at 35 if it goes out of bounds and stop this. If you kick it out of bounds at the 23, that's where they got to take it. That makes no sense. There's no penalty there.
By the way, the touchdown for Round Rock, their first third-quarter touchdown this season. Smithson Valley did not score in the third last week, but again at halftime had a comfortable 53-14 lead.
Good thing they don't hurry on doing this.
Boy, I would be curious to know how much of real time has elapsed.
A lot.
Since the touchdown scored by Reed and the block PAT. 8:46 to go in the third, 20-7 Dragons. Uphill battle for the Rangers all night. Fell behind early 14-0.
Is that a different kicker?
It is. It's Nate Spangenberg back out there. End over end kick. This time to Dillon from the 20, 25, 30. And finally he's wrapped up at around the 34. You saw one of the Dragon players, Reagan Doss, claim to Dillon and maybe waved his hands for a fair catch. I'll be honest, for a moment I thought he did as well. That would put Smithson Valley back at the 20. And the officials might be talking about that.
I saw him move his arms kind of to get his balance. I didn't see a hand go up as a fair catch. I can understand why they might say that, but I didn't think so.
Well, they're not moving it back. First and 10 Rangers at the 33-yard line. Atkins out of the pistol, takes a snap. Here's the pass caught by Dillon, turns upfield, and then is wrapped up at the 36. Good pursuit of the ball. Brandon Pfluger the tackle. That's good for about 2 yards, 2nd and 8.
Good teamwork there. Doss had him wrapped up, and Pfluger came in and knocked him over. There, again, they don't miss many tackles when you get to their secondary, and the coverage has been good.
Approaching 8 minutes to go in the third, 20-7 Round Rock. Rangers looking for their 8th consecutive non-district win. Atkins from the pistol, one receiver either way, keeps it himself, going up the middle of the defense, head first across the 40 to the 41. That's good for 5 and brings up a manageable 3rd down and 2. Last Ranger loss in non-district play, 2014 on the road in San Antonio against a very good Brennan team. And the Rangers, of course, return the favor with a thrilling win over the Bears last year at Ranger Stadium. 3rd down, they'll call it a yard at the 42. Atkins from the pistol, a jumbo package here. Motion to the backfield, and flags fly. False start, Smithson Valley.
It's a lot of different type of call on third down,
Yeah,
3rd and 6
no
versus
doubt.
3rd and 1.
And it erases that second down play.
Yeah.
Adkins just had. So changing of personnel here. The two tight ends, Dorsal Hunter and Davis Grochit, go out. In come the receivers, Martinez and Dillon. 3rd down 6 at the Ranger 37. Out of the shotgun, Adkins takes a snap. Looks and fires. That pass is caught by Dillon.
Ooh.
But he was hit as soon as he made the catch. He is right at the sticks, but I believe just short by less than a half yard.
They're going to put the ball down on the line, and that's going to be a first down.
Well, they are going to give it to him.
That was a generous spot.
They'll take it. And it is a capacity crowd on the home side here at Dragon Stadium, and heard a few murmurs after that call.
I think the head coach, Jeff Cheatham, having a conversation with the side judge over here. Not real happy about that spot from the other side of the field.
4th-year head coach has done some good things here at Round Rock. 26-11 so far as Dragons head man. 1st and 10 for the 43. Play fake and a rollout for Atkins. In trouble, and he gets the ball away. In the grasp of the blitzing defender coming in, the linebacker, the sophomore Ashton Millers. Atkins, a veteran play to get the ball out of his hands. 2nd and 10.
Great job of deception by Josh. Somebody missed a block because Larry Hill was livid on the sideline about that, and Josh had a chance to make a play if he doesn't have that initial pressure.
6:29 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 20-7 is the Round Rock lead. 39 points last week, 35 in the season opener, but the defense holding strong right now. Snap to Atkins on 2nd and 10 off a play fake. Heaving a deep ball, looking for Dillon, turns, and the ball is overthrown. But right there, step for step with Dillon, was Sidney Bunch. It's 3rd and 10.
You could say not a well-thrown ball because it was off his opposite shoulder, but I think Josh just decided the only person who was going to catch it was Dillon, and he wasn't going to give the defender a chance because they were side by side.
3rd and 10 for the Rangers. They've had a tough go of it on 3rd down tonight, but their one touchdown did come on a 3rd and 10 play. That was 63 yards to Martinez, who's in the slot right now. 4 wide for Adkins. Here's a 3-man rush for the Dragons. Adkins steps up, heaving a deep ball again, and again incomplete, overthrown from Martinez. With the wind to his back, Adkins overshot him. That leads to 4th down.
Again, not as accurate as he's been even this season, so you don't know if the wind is doing havoc and it's a strong wind, or he isn't as sharp as he's been.
Out to punt, Hilston. That was the Rangers' first possession of the second half. A swing of the right leg, high, wobbly punt, short with the wind to the back of Hilston, but a Ranger bounce inside the 20, rolling inside the 10, and picked up at the 9-yard line. 48-yard punt there for Hilston, no return. 6:04 to go in the 3rd. Round Rock leading 20-7. And this, Tony, would be an opportune time for the Rangers defense to force 3 and out.
And James Lynch, their All-American defensive end, is slowing down considerably. Noticed on that possession, he didn't really make anything happen. He looks tired as he comes to the sideline and takes his seat, so we'll have to see as the game progresses if he can really get back and make a difference.
Here's Reed, engineered a touchdown drive of 51 yards last time out, scoring the touchdown himself with a 4-yard run from his own 9. Handoff to Brown up the middle. And coming in to make the tackle, Jack Gibbons, who was engaged with the blocker, still made the tackle at the 12. 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7.
It's going to be interesting, their play calling on this possession, whether they keep it on the ground, whether they go some more of the wide receiver screens that we haven't seen much of lately. Play calling is going to be a big difference as they try to get out of this hole.
Out of the pistol, Reed, 3 receivers. Woodard matched up against Uwazi. Snap to Reed, rolls out, eyes downfield, going to run, and Gibbons wraps him up towards the sideline in front of the Ranger bench. They mark him out at the 14, the 15-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4.
The big 3rd down play is the Rangers really would be happy to get a stop here and get their offense off the field.
Hurry up offense for the Dragons. On third down, they are 3 of 7 so far tonight. From their own 16, 2 men in the backfield, either side of Reed.
Changing the play from the sideline.
Rangers a 4-man front. On third down, Reed handoff up the right side and a first down. Second effort there. Marquise Brown moves the chains up to the 20-yard line.
Castaneda, one of the better blockers on this offensive line, really was effective that time, opening a seam for the running back.
He's so big, 6'4", 295. 5 minutes to go in the third, 20-7 Round Rock. 4 wide for Reed from his own 20 on first down. Rangers rushing 4 on the play. Pass is caught by O'Keefe, hit right away. And they're going to mark O'Keefe down at about the 23. Stop was made by Jacob Zuber, the junior, who blocked a punt last week. 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7.
Mason Pierce made a great tackle on that play, and really after that first drive where he got beat by a taller receiver for a touchdown, he's been very good at corner tonight.
Pistol set here for Reed. 3 receivers from his own 23. And it is a quarterback keeper trying to get outside. Second effort, Reed slams his way to the 30, and I believe enough with the first down. Impressive run there by the senior on a gain of 7.
Got great vision when he pulls the ball out of the back's belly. He has great vision to see where to go, and boy, he gets there in a hurry.
With 5'10", 180, he plays like he weighs 30 pounds heavier and a couple inches taller. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Round Rock the ball on its own side of the field, leading 20-7 with 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Final non-district test for the Rangers. Snap back to Reed on first down. Handoff. Brown explodes up the middle across the 35. Tackled by Zuber at the 41. 11 more yards. First down, Round Rock.
Brown came into the game averaging just over 3 yards a carry, and he's had some pretty nifty runs tonight with some seams opened up by the offensive line.
Yep.
Just a sophomore.
This Dragon team trying to avoid a second consecutive loss. Getting beat last week by Temple. Brown, by the way, up at 34 yards rushing now. First down, give to Brown again. And Gibbons able to trip him up at the 44 for 3. That's going to set us up with 2nd and 7.
Jack Gibbons isn't blessed with immense closing speed, but he seems to always get a hand on the ball carrier and help bring them down.
We mentioned the game against Temple last week. Should note that Round Rock led at half of that game. 23-20, lost 39-25. Led at halftime tonight, 14-7, up 20-7 now. 2nd and 7 from the 44. Reed pump fake, going to run now up the middle, midfield. First down as a flag comes in. That's going to be a hold against Round Rock, and it should come back. I believe Hank Johnson was holding C.J. Keeler there in the backfield, and that one is going to come back. Yep. So a race of first down gain there for Reed.
Not really sure what Mark Reed sees, but he is becoming more elusive as the game goes along. His vision is getting better. He is able to see things before they happen and make a play with it.
That's now 4 flags against the Dragons for 30 yards. Makes it 2nd down and 17. Here's Reed from his own 34 with 3 receivers out of the pistol. Takes a snap. Keeper getting outside is Reed. Rangers force him towards the sideline and out of bounds. Short of the 40 at the 38. Well, pushing and shoving towards the end of the play. That was good for about 4 yards. They're going to bring up 3rd down and 13.
The best part about the receivers is as good at catchers as they are and ball carriers is they all block really well. And when Reed turns the corner, his receiver is holding back the defensive back well enough to not get a flag and yet give Reed a chance to run.
3rd down, 13 for the Dragons at their own 38.
Big play.
Out of the pistol, Reed, 2 receivers either side. Four-man rush for the Rangers. Reed steps up, looking, pressured, gets out of his sack, still running, and breaks another tackle, cutting back inside, and a first down. Inside the 50-yard line, nifty move made, several of them in fact by Mark Reed to keep the drive alive.
And he lost his pants as he went down. Good thing he got him pulled up by the time he got back on the screen. This is a quarterback that, again, all the first half, as good as he did, I wasn't impressed with him as much as I am on these last two drives. He is really special right now. And to get a first down on a 3rd and 12 or 13 just by making people miss you, he's doing that.
To the 48-yard line of Smithson Valley territory. Remember, this drive started back around the 10 for Round Rock.
And you think our defense is getting tired.
Approaching 2 to go, third quarter, first down. Brown gets outside, blocks downfield inside the 40, charges down to the 35. 13 more yards, and this Round Rock rushing attack is really picking up right now.
Too many 10-yard plus plays happening here in the second half because they're not just inching the ball down the field. They're getting some big 10, 12, 13-yard plays.
Under 2 to go, third quarter, 20-7 Round Rock. And, boy, you give up a score potentially on this drive. You're talking about a 3-score deficit with somewhere in the neighborhood of 12 minutes to go. That could spell trouble. On first down, 3 wide for Reed. Handoff on the inside to Brown. Into the secondary again, inside the 25, and powers down to the 19-yard line for 16 more yards. First down, Round Rock.
And you hear this all the time, but their running backs just keep their legs churning to get more yards.
In the hurry up, give Brown again head first. That time is stuffed. No gain. Second down and 10 from the Ranger 19 coming up.
Nutzi, the big guy at the bottom of that pile. The defensive line is just beat. They're tired.
Boy, at time of possession in this third quarter, the Rangers' only possession didn't last long. I want to say the Ranger defense has been on the field in game time about 8 minutes or so.
At least, I think.
So actual time, it's more like 20 minutes for the Rangers. Second and 10. Here's a low pass, short hop for O'Keefe, incomplete.
He's down. He's down on the ground. He can't get back
they
up.
They never whistled. No whistle ever blew. The ball clearly hit the turf first, but the officials.
Well, even if it's not, he's laying on the ground with the ball. You can't get up and run.
That as well, right. A lot of wasted energy there by O'Keefe and several other players in pursuit. That's going to bring up 3rd and 10. And now they're marking it back.
They're going to call it a catch, and he was down.
Well, third down and 12. We can tell you that. What an odd play.
And they're
okay. A completed pass.
Play clock's running out.
And yep, it's down to 0. And you see the Dragon sideline imploring for the play clock to have been reset. It's not week 1 anymore, is it, Tony?
It seems like it right now, doesn't it? It's actually week 3.
Yes. Again, this is it for the Rangers in terms of non-district play. They open 27-6A play next Friday against Steele.
Another 3rd down and 12.
So again, no flag there for delay of game. They did reset the play clock. 3rd and 13 at the Ranger 22. 20-7 Round Rock. 40 seconds to go in the third. Reed with 4 wideouts. Takes a snap, going to keep it up the middle. He is drilled at the 22. Nice job of the Ranger defense. Gibbons on the tackle. That's going to bring up 4th down and maybe decision time here for Coach Cheatham.
I'd guess they'd go for it, don't you think?
We saw Dockery, the field goal kicker, miss from 41 yards earlier. This would be about a 38-yard attempt, and he's going to wait until the 4th quarter to make a decision, but Coach Hill will burn a timeout first.
He's going to make them decide if they're going to kick it, they're going to kick it into the wind.
Yep. So some strategy on the part of Coach Hill right now. Well, yes, you lose what could turn out to be an important timeout. You are forcing Round Rock to make a decision here to kick into the wind or to go for it on 4th and 12. And Dockery has shown us he has the legs, so if he's kicking with the wind, I would think 38-yarder is very doable for him.
Yeah, I'm guessing they're going to go for it just because I think they want the points more than the field goal, and they want to put this one away.
A field goal still, the game, it remains a 2-possession game,
right,
whereas a touchdown makes it 3 possessions. And here we go. The game clock reads, by the way, 2 seconds, not 9. So 2 seconds to go, and the offense on the field here for Round Rock.
And they're trying to signal it up to the press box.
Yep. Let's add 7 more to that total. Not done yet.
Coaches are being real clear. Now the referee's getting in on it. Anything. Just make it change.
Well, Coach Hilligan clearly called the timeout with 9 seconds to go. And all these hand signals coming from the sidelines for all for naught. Well, they added 3 seconds.
It's up to 5.
Yep. 4 more and we're good.
I think a couple of them are signaling 7. Or is it 9.7? It really doesn't matter. They're not able to get it done, so we should just play. I'm guessing they're not going to get 2 plays anyway, are they?
But if the turnover on downs occurs, Smithson Valley has 1 possession in this 3rd quarter.
It's up to 6. We're inching right along.
At this rate, this game will be over
tomorrow.
In October. We mentioned, by the way, the Rangers' final non-district test tonight. Meanwhile, Round Rock still with 1 more non-district game left. They're on a short week next week, hosting Belton here at Dragon Stadium. They'll open district play 2 weeks from tonight against Round Rock Stony Point. And now they've gone up to 10 seconds, so let's take 1 back. There we go. Well, now it says 8. Adventures in clock management here at Dragon Stadium.
There we go. It says 9.
You know,
so how many kickoffs and how many?
Right.
Yeah.
Here we go. 4th and 12. Round Rock offense on the field. Needing to get to the Ranger 10 for first. 2 receivers either side of Reed. Back to throw. Here's a blitz. Steps up. Throws past middle. Is dropped. Right around the goal line. Defending there for the Rangers was Hansen. Intended receiver was Monke. I think Smithson Valley caught a bit of a break there because Monke probably should have held on to that one.
You don't think Hansen might have tipped it a little?
It's possible. It's hard from our vantage point up here, but he may have.
Reed did get leveled on the play by pressure.
And 4 seconds on the clock in this 3rd quarter, so there will be at least 1 3rd quarter play for the Rangers offense.
And so because you have the win, you got to throw long, right?
I guess so. So the Rangers defense gets a turnover on downs. First half of the offense at the 21. Motion from Dillon. It's a bad snap, but the Rangers get back on it behind the 20. Near disaster there for the Rangers, and that ends the 3rd quarter of play. It'll be 2nd down and 11 when we come back.
The quarter that wouldn't end has ended.
Man, my goodness. 3 quarters in the books, 1 more to go from Dragon Stadium. It is Round Rock 20, the Rangers 7. This is Smithson Valley football on the Rangers Network.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by Security Bank, Ferris Orthodontics, GVTC, Wick Productions, HEB, Rangers Network, Chicken Express, Pizza Hut, Red McCombs Ford, and Smoky Moe's.
It's time for football, and Red McCombs Ford is powering the Rangers to another successful season. So go Rangers and good luck from Red McCombs Ford, the truck capital of Texas, and SAFord.com.
Welcome back to Dragon Stadium on the Rangers Network. 12 minutes to go in this one. 20-7 is the Round Rock lead. Smithson Valley with the football, but a lot of grass in front of them. Rangers will start the fourth quarter at their own 19, faced with second down and 12 and needing 13 points to catch up to the Dragons.
Just sustain a long drive and see what happens.
Only score tonight for the Rangers, a 63-yard pass, Atkins to Martinez in the second quarter. On second down and 12. Snap to Atkins. Here's a rush. Steps up and throws and overthrew Martinez that time towards the Rangers sideline. Another third and long coming up for the Rangers. And Tony, Smithson Valley's been in this situation far too many times so far tonight.
And credit James Lynch for the pressure on that one that made Josh throw the ball erratically.
Lynch, the USC commit. Atkins verbally committing to New Mexico State. A couple of Division I players out there. Third down tonight for the Rangers has not been kind. They're 2 of 8 on third down so far this evening. Play clock under 10.
Part of that's because they've all been double-figure lengths.
Right, yep.
A lot of them have.
3 wide for Atkins, takes a snap. 4-man rush. Atkins steps up, looks, pressured, rolls out. Eyes downfield, fires, caught. Grochet across midfield and a first down. To the Round Rock 46-yard line, move the chains.
Big play by Josh Atkins to just keep buying time until Grochet could get himself open on the sideline and run up for a nice gain. Well, that's a beautiful third down conversion.
And a great job, as you pointed out, Tony, for Atkins to keep the play alive and give Grochet a chance to run the route and get open. 33-yard play from the Round Rock 47. Snap to Atkins on the keeper running, trying to get outside, and he's tackled from behind by Pfluger at the 45 for 2, 2nd and 8.
So Vickneer takes the fake on the handoff and gets just run over by James Lynch, and I mean just buried.
That's a zone read play for you. Somebody's going to get punished. Second down 8 from the Dragon 45. Rangers down 20-7. 11-15 left. Play fake for Atkins. Pass is caught. Dillon breaks a tackle to first down. Still on his feet at the 35, and there he's finally brought down after a gain of 10 to move the sticks.
Josh made a great job of breaking a tackle then, and I just thought that the difference was if he goes outside, he gets a chance to get 5 or 10 more yards. He comes inside where all the pursuit is.
Boy, after the play, Atkins fired up as we approached 10:30 to go in the game. Rangers now the Dragon 35. Jumbo package for Atkins. Motion from Rude out of the backfield. Handoff Deaton and charges up to the 30. Nice run at a gain of 5. Keeps the Rangers ahead of the chains. 2nd and 5 coming up.
You just mentioned it. Staying ahead of the chains is a way to get a sustained drive, and this one has had a number of plays to it as they've marched up the field. But getting 5 yards on a first down run is critical.
The Dragons have only given up 7 fourth quarter points this season. 2nd and 5 from the Round Rock 30. Dillon and Martinez, the receivers for Dillon, or for Atkins rather. Motion from Dillon. Fake to him as Atkins calls his own number, and Atkins muscles his way inside the 25 and down to the 21 for another Ranger first down after a gain of 9.
Really neat to see the offensive line that time get some momentum going, and Josh just get in the middle of them and see, all the offensive line pushing him forward for a good gain of 9 yards?
Well, not long ago, it was 3rd and 12 at their own 19. Now 1st and 10 at the Round Rock 21. On the move is Smithson Valley. Play fake for Atkins. Fires middle. Passes caught towards the goal line. Is he in? No. Down to the 1 is Josh Dillon on the post to set up 1st and goal.
Atkins can't believe it. He's not in the end zone. He thought he rolled over the defender, but they mark him down at the 1, so the Rangers still have some work to do. But a nice pass and a nice catch.
Well, I'd say the best thrown ball of the night by Atkins.
Agreed.
1st and goal at the 1. Must score territory here for the Rangers, and I mean 6. Atkins out of the pistol, jumbo package. Motion from Rude. Handoff Deaton. Trying to get outside. Backs his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And then they ran right over James Lynch that time. Went right at him and right over him as they got some great blocks his penetration wasn't there, so they had a chance to seal him in, and Deaton went outside of him.
Boy, big moments on the drive, the big passing play, 20 yards, Adkins to Dillon. Before that, 3rd and 12, a 33-yard passing play to the tight end, Davis Rochett, and Deaton finishes it off with his first rushing touchdown as a Ranger. PAT is on its way. The kick is up, and it was deflected, I think, and crawls through, and it is good to make it a 6-point game.
Big extra point.
Ooh, close call there. 9:19 to go in the fourth. It is Round Rock 20, Smithson Valley 14. This is Smithson Valley football on the Rangers Network.
This November, vote for a man who knows how to be an American in America for Americans. Vote for Coach Hill for President of the United States. He's not afraid of anything.
And then the ninjas come out of the forest.
Ninjas?
Who wouldn't vote for a president who had ninjas in their video?
But I don't want to be the president.
But you're from Texas, Coach, and that makes you a shoo-in. I'll make sure to put that in the video.
But it doesn't matter, because I don't want...
I know! We should get John Wayne to be in your video.
John Wayne?
I can hear it now. The new president of the United States of America is...
Whoa. I just have to say that if I was president, I couldn't coach football anymore.
Well then, I'm officially resigning as your campaign manager and vice president.
Okay then.
Coach, how tall do you think you have to be to run for president?
This political ad was paid for by Wick Productions. Watching a video is just better than reading stuff.
It's time for football, and Red McCombs Ford is powering the Rangers to another successful season. So go Rangers and good luck from Red McCombs Ford, the truck capital of Texas, and saford.com.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by Security Bank, Ferris Orthodontics, GVTC, Wick Productions, HEB, Rangers Network, Chicken Express, Pizza Hut, Red McCombs Ford, and Smoky Moe's.
Back on the Rangers Network, we have an entertaining game here to close out non-district play. 9:19 to go in the fourth, 20-14 Dragons in lead, but the Rangers crawling back after a 9-play drive, eating up 79 yards, 2 minutes 45 seconds, ending in a 1-yard touchdown run by Jaden Deaton. And Tony, to go 79 yards and 2:45, that was key.
That's amazing that you took that little time to go 79 yards. Critical third down conversions.
And again, remember that possession came to be after a turnover on downs forced by the Ranger defense. The kickoff end over end short. Bolger from the 15 up to the 20, getting outside 30, breaking a tackle 35, and finally forced out by McNair, the 45-yard line.
The difference between slowing them down has been if they get good field position, they don't get stopped. If you hold them back, you can have a chance to slow them down. It's a great kickoff return for the Dragons.
Well, again, I know a broken record here, and to piggyback off Tony's point, the touchdown drives tonight for Round Rock, 49, 33, and 51 yards. And now they're at their own 45. Reed out of the shotgun, 2 men to the backfield. Takes a snap, handoff. Brown explodes inside in midfield. Nicks the tackle at the Ranger 46. Brown picks up 9, 2nd and 1.
At least on that plan, I can't talk about the others, but that time our defensive line were running up the field with their heads down, perhaps because of fatigue, and he ran right by one of them there who didn't even see him go by.
Under 9 minutes to go, a score of any kind by the Dragons on this possession is killer. Makes it a 2-possession game. And by the way, Marquise Brown now a 75-yard night on the ground for the Dragons. He had 68 yards total in the first 2 games of the year. Gets the call here on 2nd and short, and a first down and more inside the 40. Powers down to the 32. Nix finally drags him down as the Dragons move the chains.
He is an impressive runner, and I'm really surprised his numbers haven't been any better because he looks awfully good.
Only a sophomore, too. So the Dragons still are going to get a lot of football out of him.
The starting center for Round Rock, Tate Kipperman, was down on that play after it was over and had a hard time getting up, needed help, but he's back out there, still in some pain.
1st and 10 at the Ranger 32. Out of the shotgun read, 3 wide. Takes a snap on the keeper, gets outside with a stiff arm of Gibbons, who finally wraps him up at his ankles. He stopped in front of his bench at the 30 for 2, 2nd and 8.
Big stop by Jack that time. Again, Reed is very elusive, and Jack got just enough of his ankle to bring him to a slow down and get him out of bounds.
From the Ranger 30, 2nd down, 8 to go for Round Rock. And Reed looking back at the sideline for the signals. 4 down linemen for the Rangers. Defense looking for a stop on this drive. Snap back to Reed. On the zone, Reed gives to Brown, slips a tackle, 25, 20, 15, flag flies in as Brown trots into the end zone for the touchdown, but that's going to come back.
It'll still be a 1st down, but they will not be in the end zone.
This will be the 3rd time tonight a touchdown has been taken off the board because of a penalty. 2 of those were against Smithson Valley.
I say it's a 1st down. I thought
maybe not.
The flag was further down the field at the initial throw, but they moved it clear back near the 20. So the ball is at the 29, and they're calling it 2nd down again.
Well, so you go from a 30-yard touchdown to a 1-yard run.
Exactly.
2nd down and 7 at the Ranger 29. Out of the shotgun, 3 receivers again for Reed. Senior quarterback takes a snap on the keeper, gets outside, cutting it back inside the 25 and twisted down to the 21-yard line. 1st down, Round Rock.
Containment is not staying put very good right now, and they're getting outside with some good seal blocks on the ends, and our linebackers must be walking up inside because we're not really covering the outside runs very well.
7:30 and ticking, 4th quarter clock. Again, a field goal or touchdown by the Dragons makes it a 2-possession game, and remember the Rangers used one of their timeouts in the 3rd quarter. Out of the shotgun, Reed from the Ranger 20 on 1st down. Snap back. Give to Brown up the gut, and finally dragged down to the 20 by Colt Fullen. They'll give him forward progress to the 18 for 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8.
Nice play by Fullen to muscle up that time and keep him from going any further, because he's been able to get more yards after contact than any running back we've seen in a while.
Boy, has Round Rock abandoned the passing game or what?
And no doubt.
They're wearing down the Rangers front 7 right now.
Trying to impose their will.
2nd and 8 for the Ranger 18. Snap to Reed. Rangers crashing in and bring him down. They brought the house. And a tackle for loss back at the 22-yard line. Coming in to make the play for the Rangers, I believe it was Alex Flores.
And A.J. Velazana got in there. He's getting some playing time on this series, and he made a nice play there.
Huge 3rd down coming up here, Tony. 3rd down, 11 from the Ranger 21 as we hit the halfway point of the 4th quarter. And Round Rock leading 20-14. 4 receivers in the formation, 2 either way. Snap to Reed. Here's the rush. Steps up and throws a screen at the 20, and down to the 18 is Jason Uwazi. That's going to bring up 4th down. The tackle was made by McCracken. 4th and about 8 to go. Here comes the field goal unit for Round Rock.
It was interesting to see defensively, once they got down the field into the 30-yard or so, the defense all of a sudden got more energy, and I think some backups were in there to create some of that, but great energy to slow that one down.
Well, here's Dockery from 35 yards out, missed from 41 earlier today. Here's the snap, set down, kick is blocked at the 20, picked up by a Ranger, down to the 24. Smithson Valley Specials Teams comes through in a huge moment to keep it a 1-possession game.
Brady Chubb came up with the recovery, got it to the 24 before Lynch brought him down, but amazing.
Man.
I think the kicker and the holder took a long time, but that was great penetration to come up with a block.
Where Coach Hill talks about making plays in the kicking game week in and week out, year in and year out. And tonight, there's been both a blocked PAT and a blocked field goal.
You couldn't ask for a better story right now with 5:18 to go. If you want to win a game on the road, this is the perfect scenario for you.
This is high school football at its best right now. From the 24, first down. Atkins on the keeper. Bursts right up the middle. Across the 25 into the 31-yard line for 7. 2nd and 3.
Kind of a cheap shot at the end of that one by Ashton Millers, one of the sophomore linebackers. Kind of came in and piled on late. No whistle, no flag, but still looked kind of cheap.
Atkins with a jumbo package here. 2nd down and 3 at his own 31. Trailing 20-14. 4:51 left. Give to Deedon, and he is swallowed up immediately. No gain. In fact, maybe lost the yard at the 30-yard line. Coming in to make the play was Jonathan Sanchez at a big 3rd down coming up.
And great penetration by the defensive line and the outside linebacker on this side to kind of force that one into trouble.
I don't know if this is 4-down territory, but it is close. With 4:25 left and 2 timeouts left.
I don't know how you punt it with less than 4 minutes to go.
From their own 30, 2 receivers for Atkins. Blitz shown by the Dragons. Here it comes. Play fake. Pass far side. Caught. And Dillon breaks a tackle. Stays at his feet at a 1st down. What a play made by the senior receiver after first contact to keep it alive and keep the possession moving.
Great job, but another great thing that happened is Grant Miller, the senior linebacker, came and tackled him from behind, which gave him 2 more yards, which definitely made it a 1st down.
Under 4 minutes to go in this 4th quarter, a 6-point Dragon lead. Rangers have not led tonight. They were down 20-7 at the start of this 4th quarter. 1st down to the 36. Atkins out of the pistol. In the jumbo set. Play fake. Looking. Pumps. Lost the ball. But it's picked up. No, it's still loose, and it's on the ground. Dragons say they've got it. Officials move the pile. Coming out of the pile with the ball is Lynch. Atkins the fumble. And Round Rock's got the ball with 3:32 left at a 6-point lead.
Josh was going to throw it out to the flat. It was covered, so he was trying to pull it back in as he got hit from behind. The really sad part is 2 offensive linemen had a chance to fall on it, and neither one of them could secure it. Tough break for the Rangers.
3rd turnover tonight for Smithson Valley. And this one at a critical juncture. Now the defense must get a stop.
You almost have to force a turnover.
Reed out of the shotgun. 3 receivers. 2 men in the backfield. Hand off Brown inside the 30 and barrels his head down to the 27-yard line, making the 28. Gains 4. 2nd and 6. As we hit 3:15 to go in the game. 2 timeouts left for Smithson Valley. And by the way, Brown now 4 yards shy of a 100-yard night. This Dragon ground game has been physical in the 2nd half.
He's been a difference maker in the 2nd half, clearly.
Round Rock taking its time. The huddle broken with 9 seconds on the play clock. Reed out of the gun again, safe formation. Handoff Brown up the middle. And Brown hitting into the teeth of the defense down to the 24. Short of the 1st down by 2. 3rd and 2 coming up with 2:37 to play.
If there's ever a time for a 3rd down stop that makes a difference in a game, this is it right here.
Now Brown's going to come out, but you notice a big package coming in to include Lynch lining up at tight end.
How much you want to bet they come his way?
We're risky to go play action here, but if you get it, well, the game is almost on ice. 3rd down and 2. This next snap will come just short of the 2-minute mark of this 4th quarter. Reed from the gun calls his own number up the middle and a 1st down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And Coach Hill will use his 2nd timeout.
Clock ran about an extra 4 seconds after the whistles blew, but Don't know if they'll mess with that again.
So 1 timeout left for Smithson Valley. Round Rock at the 18-yard line. Boy, either you need a fumble, as I don't imagine that Round Rock's throwing the football right now. If this comes down to a field goal, you need it to be missed or blocked again. But if it comes to a field goal, you're not going to have a lot of time left anyway.
With one more timeout, you're saying you force fourth down to happen with between 20 and 30 seconds.
Yeah. So if you're Smithson Valley, the only thing that you possibly could get to give yourself a chance is to get a turnover right now.
Exactly.
Speaking of turnovers, 2 of them really loom large in the game. The first interception thrown by Atkins led to a very short field of 33 yards for Round Rock, and the Dragons scored in a few plays. And, of course, the fumble by Atkins moments ago, giving Round Rock this possession. 1st and 10 from the 18. Reed on the keeper, spinning his way, tackled by Gibbons at the 18-yard line for a yard. They'll mark it at the 17 as Coach Hill expends his final timeout.
So 1:47. Second down happens. Takes it to they got 40 seconds after the tackle is made, so it'll be down around a minute.
In fact, if I'm Round Rock, if it comes down to 4th down, I'm not attempting a field goal.
Nah, I
just run the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you turn it over on downs, Smithson Valley's going to have to go 80-plus yards for a touchdown. So last week, Tony, you saw a lot of fireworks, but tonight's with the 2 defenses really coming through, and the running game again very impressive tonight for Round Rock.
Last week was a crazy game. This was a lot of smash mouth football.
Yeah.
This was a very physical game, and I think both teams had their chances to make big plays physically. Round Rock just ended up with one less mistake or one more big play, and they've run the ball effectively, and that's been a difference maker.
Smithson Valley cannot stop the clock. Minute 47 left, 2nd and 9 from the 17. Reed takes a snap, his own number up the middle, and inside the 10. He is down to the 8, and I believe enough for the first down, and if it is, that's going to be it for this one.
Yep.
He's got the first down, and so Round Rock can chew up the clock and close the door on this one and hand Smithson Valley its first loss of 2016.
And it'll be a tough one because the Rangers really came back after a slow start and made a lot of efficient plays. But I said it just a minute ago, their ability to run the ball in the second half has been the total difference in the game to me.
Victory formation here for the Dragons. Snap to Reed, knee down. And looks like Round Rock will have to take one more snap before this one is officially in the books. And this will be Smithson Valley's first loss in non-district play since 2014 against Brennan. A streak of 7 such wins snapped here tonight. And for the Rangers, just their 7th road loss since the start of the 2010 season. Coming into the night, starting that year, they were 25-6 on the road.
Wow.
One more knee taken by Reed, and that is going to do it. No more snaps needed as Round Rock, an impressive team, their first 2 games of the season, they will now have claimed 2 wins over 27 6A schools here in their non-district schedule. And the handshakes will take place on the field, and that'll do it. The Smithson Valley Rangers close out non-district play with a loss on the road to Round Rock. The final score from Dragons Stadium, it's the Dragons 20 and the Rangers 14. Post-game coverage coming up. This is Smithson Valley football on the Rangers Network.
What gives? Oh, check it out. He's buffering.
That's super annoying. He really ought to sign up for GVTC's internet service with SpeedSync. Up to 100 megabits download speed and up to 100 megabits upload speed too.
That's fast. Finally, he'll stop buffering at the worst times.
Call GVTC today for SpeedSync internet service and say bye-bye to buffering. GVTC, just plain smart.
When he's done loading, this is going to be hilarious.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by Security Bank, Ferris Orthodontics, GVTC, Wick Productions, HEB, Rangers Network, Chicken Express, Pizza Hut, Red McCombs Ford, and Smoky Moe's.
Back on the Rangers Network here from Dragon Stadium to wrap things up. Brant Freeman with Tony Brubaker. And Tony, non-district play is over. Smithson Valley got in one less game than they would have liked, but boy, the big part of the season, it all starts next week.
And again, the fact that they had a game like this against an opponent like this sets you up to go into district play with some of the big boys, and you're starting with the biggest, with Steele. You're going to have to beat a physical team next week at home to have a chance to get off to a good start in district. And you saw a physical team tonight, and your kids are going to have to learn. Your coaches are going to have a chance to teach your kids from this film what it's going to take to win a district game.
Well, Tony, looking forward to next week. We'll see you next Friday.
Yes, sir.
All right, for everybody as a part of our Rangers Network broadcast crew, I'm Brant Freeman saying once again the final score, Round Rock 20, Smithson Valley 14. The Rangers headed to 27-6A play with a record of 1-1. For more on Smithson Valley Athletics, log on to rangersnetwork.com. Good night from Round Rock.
Welcome to the Rangers Network. 24-hour-a-day access to news, game replays, original shows, live game night radio coverage, and more on rangersnetwork.com. Watch every home and away game the day after, complete and the way only the Rangers Network can bring it to you. Never miss an episode of Inside Rangers Football. Listen to all the games live on your smartphone with our exclusive live scoring screen. Rangers Network is your media hub for everything Rangers. Be a part of Rangers Network.